two top 6 fighters, Figueiredo.
Yeah.
And you have Cheeto
It's actually a pretty good, video, I think.
He was very calm, collected, sounded ready to go when he had his guest on set the pre-show. I mean, both of these guys come from great stuff. When you look at it,
Everybody's in it. Everybody's in it. That's a big, but he's got to sit up to fucking talk on the mic too,
I don't want to touch this.
Him going up the weight actually helped him because now he's not worried about the weight. He can worry about going out there and putting on his best performance. I'm excited about watching this fight.
That's what originally when we were talking about doing it at night, I was like, I don't know, Zach, you start closing your eyes at about 11 o'clock.
You're right, dude.
I was like, I don't know how we're going to feel.
Notorious for falling asleep, bro.
We're just going to be dead.
I am notorious for that.
Cheeto stood up here and told us that he thought Figueiredo was a little bit small for the weight class when we asked him about the size. In the hotel last night, Figueiredo's team thinks the same thing about Cheeto. They said they were bigger, they thought he was taller. So it's odd that both guys are shocked at how small or not small the other one is. These guys are not afraid of each other. They're ready to stay in the middle. I think the Figueiredo speed at which he starts, it's going to speed up Cheeto's start. I think it's going to be an incredible fight. You know how it is. When you get in the octagon and you look across, you go, man, that guy's bigger today than he was yesterday. And I know that's what they're going to be thinking. Well, both those guys are going to be watching the implications it's going to have on the middleweight division. And the crazy thing is, I feel like we must be missing something. Corey Sandhagen ranks
Oh, hey, honey, you there? Hey, can you do me a favor? Could you tune into the YouTube live right now and tell me if the audio is coming through the microphones or through my computer?
Just yesterday, Sandhagen very confident and feels like
Is this a Zach and Matt YouTube?
Looking forward to the challenge. It gets the guy no other ranked fighters from doing fight. I think sometimes we get blinded by the last name and the similarities in their style. Nurmagomedov got an incredible style.
Can you tune into our YouTube live? Can you see me? Can you hear me talking right now? What about now? Can you hear me talking now? Is there a difference between this and this? So it's the same? Check, check, check. Okay, well, can I hang up then? Check, 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 check.
Hello, friends.
What's up?
Can you hear me? She said it's the same.
But can you hear me clearly?
Can you hear us clearly?
Like when we're just talking like this?
Connor, ask Zach how his day was. How was your day, Zach? How was your day?
It was good.
Was it good? What was good about your day, Zach? Tell
This is
me.
a great conversation, riveting conversation.
Your muscles look great in that cutoff.
I worked out this morning.
Did you? I didn't. I skipped jujitsu so I could lay on the couch.
She's still there?
That's because I speak with authority.
Is he speaks with authority?
Who is that? I can tell from the voice.
I mean, she can clearly hear us, so I don't know if it's coming through the microphones or if it's coming through there, but I think we should just roll with it. All right.
Welcome to the
All right,
UFC. Have you still been going to jiu-jitsu?
I haven't been
already.
I haven't been in
TV,
2
you hear
weeks.
TV?
It's okay. Baseball players always cut out for tough sports.
You hear a lot of noises.
I've been talking so much shit to Jake. You need to come back and go against Jake.
Right. I got you on speaker.
Yeah, so I love Zach.
Okay.
And he goes, so,
What?
You will Jaden.
Yeah, he beat my ass.
Really?
Well, not beat my ass, but I mean, it was a good round. We tried to beat.
Jaden is getting really good really fast because A, he's young, he recovers fast, he goes twice a day. He's also been a blue belt longer than we all have been rolling. But regardless of that fact, he's talented. Like he's mad green talented. His jiu-jitsu IQ is really high.
Yeah.
Like he just picks up things. Yeah, he picks up things so fast. Like He's one of those people that if he asks a question, a very technical question, he say, next time he's doing it. And his style, where I think he's hard for, I'm not surprised.
Hey, can you guys come talk in the microphones because Gina's trying to see if we sound through the mic. No, go figure find your spot. I'm just kidding.
Just start saying, hey, Gina.
How would she hear it through the microphone?
Because we plugged the roadcaster
I
into my computer. And I don't know if it works like that or not.
There's 10 million people watching.
Good.
Yeah, we've got like 15,000 people watching. Please.
I want to make sure that when I become famous, it's because of this, not because I go, oh my God, get your neuro gum. I'm going to put one in my mouth. The only place neuro gum belongs is in my mouth. Neuro
It's
gum.
definitely quiet, so it's not coming through the.
You know, that's just recording.
Yeah, it's coming through that.
It's a good
It's
Wi-Fi.
coming through my computer, not through the microphone. Okay, all right, we'll figure it out.
How do you feel?
Huh?
How do you feel?
Because I didn't do jiu-jitsu today, right?
No, I meant since shooting up.
Oh.
I'm hard to see.
I feel well, all I've had today is caffeine and no water, so.
It's more
All
caffeine.
right, well, I love you.
Honestly, I just woke up. I go Junior. I'm going to the Gucci store instead. So I went to the Gucci store.
What time is your Saturday classes?
At 11. Dude,
I wish it was early.
We've just been pushing so. You've been pushing so hard. Huh? Cole Hans. They're dirty, but they're rich. I went to Gucci and they had this. I did. They had this dinner jacket, this sport jacket that was so sick. It like fits like one of Dakota's jackets, and it was just like the Gucci's like pattern. It was like imprinted instead of like being printed on. It was just like ingrained. Yeah, and it was savage. I was like, damn. And so I was there swapping some shoes out, and she's like, hey, just try this on. I was like, it's not gonna fit. I put it on, it fit perfect. Like,
Cheating.
oh fuck. Price tag on that sucker $2,600. If I close a big deal, dude, I'll show you that. If I close a big deal, I'm buying it for sure. For sure. I'm gonna have to go to
After our shirts, come in.
Honestly, next time I need to come with a jacket like that and these shorts and just be there in the Gucci. That's some shit that Sean and I would wear. Look at this thing. Yeah, let's see this jacket.
If you wanna hop on our Instagram
Isn't that
live.
savage? And like, it doesn't, you can't
Yeah,
tell.
let's get all the good bells.
Yeah.
But like,
Are you coming through there yet?
savage.
I'm getting it set up right now.
Savage.
I think my mom's got a
She
couple
just said she was
purses
gonna
like
lay
that.
Check.
Dude, have you seen pictures of TJ lately?
Yeah, dude.
Huge.
Yeah.
Oh, was he fighting today?
Yeah, but
No.
him and Corey had a fight, so they were just showing.
I actually watched that fight last night.
There's actually some great fights on this card. I didn't realize he was fighting today.
That's why we're doing this.
You know Nick Diaz?
I'm happy that I didn't
was
say
supposed to fight.
yes and be like, I was like, I should probably look up who's fighting tomorrow and not be like, I don't.
Hey, someone wanna get on your Instagram and go in the other room and tell me if this sounds all right through this mic or
Is it live?
we're live right now.
Are you live?
Well, it's gonna be live. I mean, we are live on YouTube. Does it even say? I don't know if the word even says if anything. Doesn't even know what he's
Alright, what was your question?
All right, so I'm not talking into the mic yet. How does that sound?
It's probably like a 15-second delay.
Well, yeah, I feel like there's gonna be a delay.
Check.
The views to ignite this main card is a lightweight picture that UFC CEO Dana White has picked out. And it's difficult now, you know.
Check.
Oh, we got two people watching. Well, I don't know if it's anybody that we know, but I got to figure out how to get these mics to come through the computer.
All right, so the good thing about this mic is how strong it is.
So it's like a 15-second delay.
The good news is I can just set this mic right here, and because of how strong it is, it'll pick it up.
Oh, we're not going to all wear the lapels?
No, we don't have to. I can just set it in the middle. Do you guys know why it's being funky like this?
What?
Do you know why it's been funky like this? Like
The
that?
YouTube live?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never done this before. That was my first time ever doing anything like this.
Two
So.
people who just left.
What?
There's a woman and a guy who got a car and left.
I have no idea.
Who was that? There was a woman and a man who got a car. Pull out of your truck. Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh.
Okay. I was like, they were like, yeah, just go in. And I'm like, who are you guys? You guys
part of that?
Nick, that's yours. Your time.
Oh yeah, I turned my tab sideways.
Zach, this is your.
Oh, I found it. I think I figured it out, boys.
I saw you put this one down. I turned my.
Whenever I get my belt, do I have to hold it and like? Hey.
I think I figured it out. Can someone go on YouTube Live and tell me if?
You want to do time? I've got orange or citrus.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk.
Well, now that you ask, I think I'll go citrus. This gum got me going. This is what happens when I have exerted energy in any way.
Check 1, 2, 3. We are live.
Did you see my pull-ups? My hour pull-ups?
Oh yeah. You gotta use the sponges like what's his name? Campaign stuff.
Yeah,
a couple Scotch.
You know what inspired me to go do that was watching his
Because you
post.
and Connor sound the same.
Huh?
So it's definitely still coming through the computer because you and Connor sound the same.
Does it sound bad or?
It's just like, it's not like great.
It sounds just like speakerphone. You know, like speakerphone.
Watching his story post.
Oh, I think I just figured it out maybe.
You still drinking it?
Is it empty?
Yeah, left.
I got this shit now.
Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3.
What's the shirt name?
Baseball, double play, shortstop. Either the second base goes to first base, 2 outs.
You are that baseball dad I wanted.
Hell yeah! I just got done coaching today.
Alvarez.
Wait till you
Coaching
become
some
blue belt.
Coaching some T-ball.
Wait, hey, once you get your black belt in jiu-jitsu one day, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, baseball. Let's talk about jiu-jitsu. Just a bunch of jiu-jitsers. Jazzercise.
Check. Anybody want to play ball?
You know, Jaden's pace is such a pain in the ass. It's exhausting. The issue about going against Jaden is you can't roll against him now. When he gets close to tournaments, you can't roll against him unless you're ready to go like it's just he's like Matt Green, doesn't get tired, and he'll go for the whole 6 minutes and keep moving. Even if you get him down, he will not stop moving the entire round, and it just gets exhausting.
All right, I don't know about the back, but it sounds good. Your Instagram thing. We're just gonna record the actual episode. I mean, through the.
Yeah, I think you should mainly focus on what you're doing. I mean, the live stream is what it is.
For sure, you're right.
All right.
Make sure what
Are you guys good?
for your official.
You guys ready to go?
Is this the mic I'm selecting, or am I selecting?
You can have the potato. One mic doesn't have
My arms aren't that strong enough to hold a mic.
potato. My ADD, the potatoes are
I prefer
The
other things
potato.
in my hands.
The
I prefer
potato.
other things in my hands.
Check.
But potatoes, I don't. Okay, how do I do this? Oh, whoa! When you sit down, it really kind of. Oh! Shit. Why is this so? Were you just that strong? Are you just so strong?
It's just a weak table.
I think you just like Iron Man over here, just like.
I think you just need to move yours down and not. I think.
Just leave it there.
I think.
pick it up.
Yeah.
I think if the Mexicans went across the border, we just have to send him out there to knock the wall down. Knowing how strong.
I didn't know we were jumping into politics this time.
Are you guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
The
hit
2 people
record.
live have to be this bad. Oh.
I'm gonna hit record here and do like a little intro for the podcast, and then we can just kind of fuck with it. All right? I mean, not obviously.
Shut up for 5
Oh,
Just for.
No,
just
we
for-
gotta.
Are we ready?
You got anything that's
Yeah, I'm gonna find something that.
Because if I don't want to adjust this whole wall might come down.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty weak, and if I can pull this.
Any encyclopedias we can stack up on it?
I feel like I'm on the edge of the camera. I need to scoot in and try to sit closer. Should we get?
Yeah, I think we lined up the editing.
Huh?
Yeah, you gotta scoot in.
Get a little closer, big man. Oh, I need a little back support. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Should we put our vests on? Should we rock from the couch? Does that work like that?
Perfect.
Perfect. Go anywhere now.
All right, boys. Cock lock ready to rock?
Hell yeah.
All right, cool.
What did you just say?
I said cock lock ready to rock.
Oh, I think it's a cock block to roll. I was like,
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Zach and Pat Show. I'm Zach.
I'm Pat.
This is a show about manhood, fatherhood. Well, we're not really doing that today.
Yeah.
We're just
We're
just
talking
watching
about
fights.
tennis, fighting,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're here at Pat's house watching the UFC Fight Night Sandhagen versus Nurmagomedov. I can never fucking
That's
say
a tough
that.
name. Don't ask me to say it.
But we've got a stacked card here, and we just thought we'd do our first Fight Companion podcast. So joining us, we have Connor Silverstein, who's a former guest on the show, and
bring back jiu-jitsu. If you guys want to look for any jiu-jitsu opportunities in St. Louis,
and
Talking to three Watson
yeah,
guys.
St. Peter's, not St.
Yeah.
Louis.
St. Louis is Watson, St. Peter's is Levi.
And we're joined by the great, powerful Nick Curran. I've watched more fights with this guy than just about anybody. So,
Grappling Home Solutions.
Yeah.
We're painting houses near you.
Ooh, Darcy.
Was he good?
Yeah, let's excited.
get that nice crackle on the mic.
We are 25 seconds into the last round.
The first round, the very first fight. Yeah, very first
He's
fight.
deep.
So this has caffeine too, so I'm just stimulating.
Yeah, you're gonna be bouncing off the fucking
Yeah.
He needs to walk his knees toward his hips right now.
Tonic. Oh, is this the same gum?
Correct. He looks like he's about
Yeah,
to
he
put to sleep here.
That's Neuro.
Alvarez needs to throw his right
Chris
leg
Williams.
over and curl him in.
You know, Chris Williamson is. He's got a
Big
podcast.
breath of
and shit.
air
It's
into his
awesome.
chest. Oh, that's his. Is that the timer?
I know. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Oh boy. Oh.
Guys, one thing we got to make sure we're doing while we're doing this is just kind of one person talking at a time.
Yeah, we're gonna really fuck up with Murph trying to edit this shit.
Yeah, I mean, well, he doesn't really have to do any editing. He's just gonna throw up the audio file. We should have no editing in this one, unless we say something really shitty that we don't that people read.
Raise my hand every time.
No, just try to talk and have. Well, I mean, if you really want to hear what it sounds like, you can throw up your headphones on. But it's just you're gonna hear how people hear it when you hear multiple people talking at one time. So I'll try to.
Where's this fight taking place?
Abu Dhabi.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I wish all the fights were in Abu Dhabi. Because that's
Oh, dude, I know. This
You
is so
know?
great because as Nick was saying earlier, I'm notorious for falling asleep.
I'm so excited to see the numbers and how much money not Sean or Marab make, but Darren make at the Sphere fight.
I'm pretty sure there are about 40 million people. And we're still a month or so out, so I don't think they're making money on this fight. It's a show.
Yeah.
And so once they're only doing it once.
Yeah, probably gonna be in the hole quite a bit.
That looks insane. I mean, I love that for Sean and Marab. That is the fight to put in there.
Do you have
I think that's the biggest fight to make right now, outside of the heavyweights.
Yeah. And
Honestly-
what's cool about tonight is Corey Sandhagen and Umar is the next title shot. So they'll face the winner of Marab and Sugar.
Okay.
And so
When Marab wins. Yeah.
Marab breaks the toe.
Yeah. I just had to, I do love Sean because y'all love him so much. I want him to lose.
Yeah.
I'm team Marab. Marab and Sean are comedians, though. They're good.
Oh, they're it's a good.
Honestly, I hope it becomes the rivalry that why am I blanking out his name? Figueredo and
Moreno.
Moreno.
Yeah, like a 3-part.
Yeah, I hope it becomes that.
Figueredo's fighting.
Yeah, is he?
Yeah.
He's fighting Cheeto.
Oh, hell yeah. No, I honestly think that if they could turn into that same, I think Marab and O'Malley are way more entertaining, way better marketing, good for the money. But I hope, because regardless of whoever wins, if it's very one-sided, I'm way more excited about them fighting than anyone else fighting them.
Yeah. Well, that's why Sugar really wants Umar to win. Because he thinks he can spark up like that Nurmagomedov versus everyone else rivalry, just because Khabib and Islam and all them have just been so dominant.
Yeah,
It was like
Umar's
they kind of all carried the same power of like pay-per-view. You know, they're all the same family.
I crack
friends
up.
for gangster.
I crack up if one day you get the pound for pound and see it's Nurmagomedov.
They were fighting for that for a while.
It's literally
Usman, which is a cousin, I believe, is Usman Nurmagomedov is the lightweight champion, so 155. Same as Islam at Bellator. So.
honestly, I'm really pumped though for what Pereira and Jones.
Well, Pereira's been
and
I
I
can't
know.
really suck lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see that video today? Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I
Zuck
think
continuing to pay for friends.
and MMA Zuck, like there's business Zuck, how I
In our live feed show.
And then there's MMA Zuck. I think MMA Zuck is the version of Zuck I never knew I wanted. I love like as much as he's questionable in ethics with his business, as far as a fight fan, it's absolutely
one of us.
entertaining
You pull out
and
my
hilarious. It's entertaining and hilarious to see like him train jiu-jitsu and hanging out with all the fighters like a fan. This billionaire, he's just a fan
I
of
was
them.
pumped about that Zuck must
Oh,
fight.
yeah. Well, and Zuck like tore his knee up, so he's already like, you know, he's committed. He's gone in, blew out a knee just like our friend over here, and you know.
But no, I'm excited.
He's part of the
about
crew.
The Aspinall fight. Once Jones fights Stipe, which is kind of heartbreaking that they're even still hyping it up. Because
Stipe hasn't
I
fought
don't think
in 4 years.
anyone is that excited about that fight. But the heavyweight division hasn't been exciting in forever. Now it finally is because of Alex just being like, let's just go kill everyone.
Yeah, that's what's exciting is like Aspinall's like, let's see me, Pereira, Stipe, and Jones all in one night.
Yeah.
And Aspinall's like, then let's do another fight later in the night to crown the champion. But it's best because like obviously like we all like watching the lightweight fights because they're like super athletic, they can wrestle. But when heavyweights are banging, especially at the cream of the crop, it's just it's shit.
I really want to see Alex secretly just knock everyone out and become that villain in movies that like lives out, like just a guy who just keep climbing divisions that only came out back to fighting because Izzy talked shit to him. And then he's like, I'm just gonna kill everyone now, and takes out Jones and takes out Aspinall. I love Aspinall. I love Jones, but I think Alex's story arc is way more entertaining and hilarious to just see how. And then now it's fun to see him. I don't know if you follow his social media much, but to actually see him living in the money a bit more. And he's like this in his Lamborghini, and the only word he knows is "shaman." Like somebody even asked him. I thought that was an actual word, and it's his own made-up word.
It's
Like Chihuahua, like Chihuahua, yeah, Chihuahua. Yeah, no, they literally like, what's it mean? He's like, Shama, and then everyone's like, no, we don't. And it just means like, how like it's his own made-up word of just. I think he's just such a man of few words. They just start saying Shama, and then David's like, it's ridiculous. The whole thing about it is ridiculous in the best way.
I really hope him and Aspinall do fight. That would be
Him, Alex, and I hope Aspinall.
It just needs to be undisputed.
Yeah, I hope Aspinall beats Jones. Because I think if Jones wins, it's like okay, then he's gonna
ride out there to the sunset. Dude, that's gonna be so fast.
We'll come back.
No, he's still because of the family situation. They're too faith-based and Khabib.
Oh
And they just have Islam as champ right now. Umar's 155 champion Bellator. Usman is 155. Umar's tonight.
Yeah,
Umar's
I guess he's building his legacy as a coach now.
Who do you think's better, Khabib or Islam?
They say, a lot of them say that Islam was like in training. They say he was the better striker.
I think Islam's more well-rounded, which would make him a better match because he knows probably how to defend the one thing that Khabib is extremely good at.
Well, Khabib was control. Yeah, Islam will still take you down. He's taking more submissions.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah, it is tough. But I think like when people talk about like Khabib coming back and stuff, I think it's like we always just see the outside, and in reality, is these guys have been training forever. Like, you gotta imagine Khabib's injuries and stuff like that. Like there's stuff we don't know. That the moment you stop fighting, it's been 2 to 3 years, you know. Just because he's coaching all that doesn't mean he's going to get back in there. You don't know the health status. I'm sure he was battling a lot just fighting in his prime.
So average sprinters making a lot of very positive noise coming into this.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Khabib. I mean, he's going to be in Umar's corner tonight, supposedly.
Yeah.
Because he's what's his cousin.
Yeah, we should really do a quick family tree.
Does that
Pull up the family tree. Hey, you can be the, who's Joe Rogan's guy that can tell the facts? Pull
mean,
that.
James. We normally have Murphy be our Jamie. I got. That's why I got the iPad.
I just typed in Khabib family tree and there's already a link for it right away.
There had to be.
I mean, they're all their last
After
names
this,
are
we got a
Nurmagomedov.
big fight after this.
So there is a Saeed Nurmagomedov who's in the bantamweight division, but he is actually not related to Khabib. Is Islam related to Khabib? No, but they grew up in the same small town, Dagestan, Russia. Abu Nurmagomedov is a 3-time former combat Sandhagen champion, and he is cousin of Khabib. Umar, who is fighting tonight in the bantamweight division against Sandhagen, is also cousin of the Eagle. And then Usman, who I've been talking about, he's the lightweight champ in Bellator. Is now second cousin. So there's a lot of cousins in that.
They're doing a lot of fun.
We're all first and second cousins here. We're all first and second cousins here.
Yeah.
Just for the people listening, we are round 3 of a lightweight bout between Alvarez and Vernon. 2 minutes to go in round 3.
No, we're
Who
sure.
knows?
Sync up with us.
Maybe one day we'll be the stream that everyone.
We gotta put you on my.
Maybe. Gotta get it closer to my mouth. Is my mouth?
Hold the arm closer if you can. We just don't tip the tip. Yeah, there you go. You're strong, right? You work out.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't need to move
I don't know
around
if Instagram times out.
It's like keep it close to your
You
face.
should see. I was just. You didn't get it. I was just adjusting the mic. I was getting it. So you gotta watch that.
Vicious knees from the front of here.
Who knows? This could be the stream that one day everyone's illegally watching.
Ooh, and Alvarez takes it.
Everyone's like, oh man.
Stoppage in round 3.
This is the main card?
Yeah, there was those
This is
knees
first
from
round.
front headlock, dude. I mean, all you had to do is drop to all fours, and those knees would have been illegal.
But so they did change that rule where
It's a sick
you have to be on all 4. So you can't just put one hand down.
But I mean, if you
Pull
drop
out
the
the
turtles,
turtles. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, like some fighters were kind of using that gray area where just put a hand down. He did have to drop to all 4, which he kind of did. But just
ooh, big left hand.
Look at us.
Every time he did, Alvarez had an answer for him.
There we go.
Cracked him with that left hand, and then just the barrage of knees
Oh,
they did
yeah.
over and over again. And Brenner,
Oh,
too,
wow.
as tough as they come, man.
Instagram it?
Yeah.
To the face.
Does it sound good?
It's stopped.
Ultimately, the ref seen enough. And when you curl up like that, perfect stoppage. Don't need to take any more damage.
We sound great.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
But Joe Alvarez, who maintains his 100% finishing streak, will give him his moments when we come back.
That was a pretty awesome knockout. That left hand and then those knees for the front headlock.
Ever since he got AT&T's best deal on the new Samsung Galaxy.
Dude, this next fight is gonna be awesome. We got Mackenzie Dern, the everybody's favorite fighter.
She's nice to look at.
So a couple fun facts on Mackenzie Dern. She is Megan Diaz's daughter, who is former Sensei Kyle a bit in terms of, I don't know that they coach him directly, but in terms of black belt lineage, but as well as she has a super fight on the first ever CJI Craig Jones Invitational against.
Oh, should we go on CJI?
Yeah, she's the Beyond Babies. It's huge.
There's a lot going on that weekend.
Well, that's intentional.
Well, no, but outside of ADCC, CJI, outside of jiu-jitsu, there's just so much. We should do one of these for the CJI.
I would love to do
We
that.
should.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
I'm curious.
That's the,
I think CJI did Friday, Saturday, when ADCC is doing Saturday, Sunday, or something like that, because CJI is going to be wrapped up. And so you should still be able to catch all the championship fights of ADCC.
Okay.
And they kind of highlighted that for people who are going in person. You know, obviously online you can have 2 TVs, etc.
Yeah, I'll be at Will Bates, Black Tie, Casino Night, that Friday, 16th, but,
Aren't you fucking cool?
Yeah, that's
well, no, it's his event. I was originally wanting to go to CGI with you guys, actually fly there.
But yeah, for those that are listening that don't know what CJI is, it's the Craig Jones Invitational. So this is the first year that they're ever doing that, and it's paying out he was giving out $2 million in bonus or in winnings, which is huge for any sort of jiu-jitsu tournament. Typically, these, and he's doing it the same weekend as ADCC, which is like the Olympics for jiu-jitsu that happen every 2 years. So, kind of Craig wanted to make a statement saying that if, basically doing his tournament the same weekend as this legendary tournament and paying out way more, because just to attend Craig's, just to attend Craig's, just the show money is $10,001. And to win ADCC, you get $10,000, and then the winner of the tournament gets $1 million of each side bracket. So there's a 80 kilogram plus bracket and a less than 80 kilogram bracket, and so the winner of each bracket gets $1 million payout. So it's those 2 tournaments essentially in the same day, as well as the Mackenzie Curran fight, her and Theon Davies in the main event. There's the main super fight that everybody's looking forward to is Craig Jones versus Gabby Garcia. So
that's the real fight. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's Gabby Garcia.
Dude, she is so big.
Massive.
Like 6'5".
Massive.
Yeah.
It's massive. That's what you call a thoroughbred. Horse sport.
Clydesdale.
That's a thoroughbred. She
I
had her lead.
was at my kid's T-ball this morning, and there was this woman that stood up, and she had a Gabby good at 6'6", 6'7". I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Well, it's very common in certain parts of Europe for a lot of those women to make the average height
Viking DNA.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like my nephews in Denmark are how young are they now? Like mid-teens, and they're all like 6'2", 6'3".
What happened to you? Sorry.
5'3.5".
I ran out of testosterone.
I'm Jewish.
It's the low
So
T.
you guys were cutting back on milk when you were
Low
growing
T.
up?
Yeah, low
Saving the dime right
testosterone.
there.
Me too.
Low testosterone.
This is the low
This is
T
just a
couch.
bunch of men with low testosterone, okay? We supplement it with ridiculous amounts of caffeine, right here.
Neurogon, new tonics.
And you
and
can't
coffee.
tell you have low T when you're extremely caffeinated. You just crash after. Crash later. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. So get hyped.
I don't know anything about this girl that Mackenzie's fighting.
Loopy, right?
Yeah, Lucy. I just pulled her up here on Wikipedia. So she's got performance of the night 2 times. Record of the fastest turnaround in modern UFC history. Shortest span between 3 fights in modern day UFC history. She's tied for the second longest win streak in the women's strawweight division. The person only winning 4 fights in a calendar year in UFC history. So she's coming off a loss. She is 12-4. So we'll see here.
Bring back Commander Nunes.
Well, I think she'll come back and fight Kayla Harrison as well.
Yeah, Kayla just accepted a fight against.
Is it Harrison bigger than her?
Yeah.
Well, she
Kayla
cut. They
always-
fought the same weight class.
Kayla always fought 155.
Yeah,
That's the previous promotion,
but there's not a 155.
and they kind of absolved the 145, so she actually made 135 against Holly Cole. I would say.
Yeah, that's how she got the champ.
Yeah.
But she took it a lot.
No, I'm saying Kayla Harrison.
Oh, Kayla, yeah.
Came to fight Holly Cole. And I want to say maybe we should fact check that, but I think she made the bantamweight limit because we kind of installed that female featherweight.
What am I looking up? Kayla what? Kayla Harrison one? Or-
First, I'll buy the same one because I thought it. Kayla Harrison is two-time judo Olympic champion. So comes in with quite a pedigree.
Oh yeah, she's submitted.
That what we lost.
There's
I feel like they kind of know where kids are in places, and Moses is the next.
Seems like it's on. This is good.
And I'm really excited.
It was a bad way, but.
She learned.
If you've
Yeah,
always
she
wanted
learned.
to go to Paris, why stay in a hotel inside of Paris? Get an Airbnb on the Paris side of Paris.
Bantamweight bout. She typically fight, 150 pounds. Fight before that, she fought at 150 catchweight in the BFL. Women's lightweight.
This
155.
piece right here.
Choose from over 40 teams. Each
I mean, you might just have to hold it.
We'll put it on.
I can hold it.
Yeah, let's just why don't you just hold it.
all your fingertips.
Yeah, I was thinking holding it would be
For our
like.
viewers out here.
Yeah, for our people just listening, we're having some problems with the mic stand here.
Potato meat.
Yeah, Nick, you're just gonna have to potato it. I got a potato with a stalk and a potato with a handle. Oh man. Yeah, there should be a good fight here. I'm excited.
Something for me, I like it.
There you go, Connor.
I might do the same thing.
Yeah, sweet.
Hello, testing.
Yes, nothing's changed.
Okay. You should add sound effects when you talk. Like
I'm just gonna do the same thing. No, no, I'll go to it. I'm not gonna do it.
And then next thing you know, it's like I'm invisible.
So I switched up and
What kind of guests can we look forward to on that show coming up this year?
Ooh, so this past week we had Evan Elder on, so that'll be
And who's that?
Evan Elder's a UFC up and coming lightweight who is based out of Hillsborough, which is just south of here, down 55, just south of St. Louis.
Was down in Florida for a little bit. Now fighting out of Vegas. So
We got fighting out of Sydney there right now. So that one will actually be coming out. So this episode's getting recorded on Saturday, but it'll be coming out on Monday, and the episode will be releasing on Thursday. So that'll be a full video, normal video episode. So look forward to the clips and stuff on social media and everything. So just like normal, this is definitely just a little different for us. Maybe next
trying
time.
something new.
Yeah, no, this is fun. Nothing better than just a bunch of dudes to get together and watching some fights. And I'm happy that it's just in the middle of the day like this.
Right.
It's great.
Do you have that? But just
That commercial.
hang out with a bunch of
I
dudes.
just look at Connor and he just smiles at me. Yeah.
Just here with the dudes. You know,
Dudes
Dudes being dudes.
nothing like dudes being dudes watching other dudes. Wrestle other dudes.
We're about to watch TV.
They gonna wrestle.
Awesome. So you guys had Evan on.
Yeah, we got Evan on, and then we've got a couple. What do you think?
SEMA on the 21st.
Is that that's when you come back? Or wait, no, who do we have in between her?
We gotta figure out what we, I don't know, do we have anybody for that week after? I don't think we do.
I've got a couple people in mind that I've talked to, but chat after this.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the Zach and Pat show has big things coming, big guests.
Big guests.
Every week they have an episode,
Mondays and
an
Thursdays.
in-house episode, and they have a guest episode every week. So you get 2 listens every week. I know I'm listening every time I'm painting, whether I'm on the ladder, whether I'm on my knees painting base. Zach and Pat show, my go-to.
In the ear.
We appreciate the support.
Yeah. Well, this fight's about to get started. We got Bruce Buffer out. He is announcing them. So get ready to tune in here if you're watching the fights live with us.
Mackenzie Derrick.
The world's champion. So I'm sure we're still going on here.
Is it just turn
I don't
off?
know if it's one times another.
See?
Durr.
Is it Sammy who was listening? Just one? Cool.
To our only fan.
Yeah, because of I got it set up on there.
Got that wide angle lens.
Yeah, so we can all fit on there.
So was Loopy a striker? Did we find out? What kind of background were we expecting?
Let's see.
I know Mackenzie Dern's black belt in jiu-jitsu. She trains under Jason Pereira. I believe he's a striking coach. I do know something to look forward to is Mackenzie Dern tends to close her eyes sometimes during the fist of fury she throws. So maybe we can capitalize on some of those. But definitely doesn't do it.
No,
She looks, Dern looks so strong.
she's jacked. I mean, she's been grappling her whole life. And like as Nick said, her dad's a legendary jiu-jitsu competitor. He's still competing today.
The speed on her striking was nuts.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what Cicodinas has done since going out to Mexico and training. What Alexa Grasso and
So she wins a lot of decisions. Almost all of her fights are won by decision.
Really?
Yeah, either all by decision or winning by submission.
So they just highlight that Loopy is training with Alexa Grasso's team out in Mexico. Alexa Grasso is one of the champions right now. They flyweight, and they have a few fighters who are up and coming right now.
Wasn't she dressed at first form?
She is the first one, and she is the co-main event versus Valentina Shevchenko on the UFC No Challenge. So those who don't know, that UFC is hosting a one-time only event at the Sphere in Vegas, and millions of dollars are going to be put into production. And so it's a one-time event. Dana says it's a cannot miss, once in a lifetime, blows everything out of the water. I know.
When is it?
September 4th, maybe, or 14th. 14th. Yeah, I think it's a full one, man.
Scheduled with Gregor and
I think it's
Shane.
probably the 15th or 14th strike. It's the same.
Mackenzie shoots her
Wait, it's
takedown.
the same weekend? No,
She's
September. Not August. CGI is August.
Yeah, CJ.
That's why I keep getting confused because they're both the 15th of each month.
Ooh, big knee by Goni.
I kind of want Loopy to win right now. She's coming with a little heart. I'm here for the dog. You got that dog in here.
If she keeps him straight like that, stays on the jab.
She gave me a rock.
Oh, big right hand.
She's throwing a lot, but every time Ruby opens up and answers back, she's landing the cleaner shots.
Besides her name being Loopy, she seems to be throwing straight at the punches down. Oh, my God. And hit Mackenzie Dern straight on the lips.
Yep. It's popping her right in the
Straight to the lips. Was that the last time where Nick kept going? He's like, oh, not another punch to the lips.
Well, one of our favorite people, Tim Welch, Sean's head coach, is a big fan
Smack
people getting hit in the lips.
Just got smacked right in the lips.
Was it?
Ooh.
Did you guys see the?
Oh, Mackenzie with a judo throw right into mount. He's got her in mount with an underhook. High mount, knees in the armpits.
We have 140 left in the first round.
Ooh, and Lupe's trying to bridge her off. I think
Lips
she keeps doing that. I think Mackenzie's going to capitalize on one of her arms if she does that again. She's trying that kipping escape. I think Mackenzie needs to break the grip there and just start pinning some wrists. What do you think, Nick?
Well, he was in the way, so maybe dropping some elbows. Open
It
up,
looks like she's trying to
open
set
up
up
a
an
cut as well as create some panic escapes from just kind of what's happening now. She kind of is forced to either give her rack to possibly get out, or just keep holding her tight just to make sure the ground and pad doesn't get.
Yeah, you don't want a black belt like Mackenzie on top. Oh, going for an arm. Got the arm. Yeah. Oh, it's tight.
I do know it seems to be a bit tougher when you got those MMA gloves on. You kind of hold your blood.
Mm-hmm. You've got a little bit more grip.
Not as slippery like there.
She can switch her triangle here too.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Probably just get killed the last 25 seconds.
take it.
It's like Dern's got.
Dern puts her in a close guard.
Dern's busted over that right eye.
And she's got a little mouse there on her right eye.
I don't know. That was
And that's our first round.
First round.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely
I
back and
think
forth.
Dern was losing in the stand-up for a little bit
I mean,
until that takedown happened.
yeah.
Dern was definitely throwing, but I feel like Lupe's strikes were more efficient.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like a judge could take that one either way.
Knowing how awesome UFC judges are, these could go either way.
You know, Mackenzie did have that nice takedown in the mount. Definitely gets the damage, submission attempt, but ultimately, you know, she got out. So.
I think Lupe did a good job of when Mackenzie was going to throw big punches, staying tight up the middle. Caught her pretty good a couple times.
Yeah, they were with a couple straight right hands for sure. Burger King. When was the last time you had Burger King?
I don't know, but I used to love those chicken fries back in my blue days.
Oh, yeah.
Their mini hands commercials.
Oh, yeah.
The little hands.
All right, and the second round of the Mackenzie Dern Lupe fight is started here at 4:51, 4:50. Mackenzie's going for that takedown again. Oh, she jumps close guard.
Against the fence.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's the
Old
best
strategy,
strategy.
Cotton.
Yeah. She's got that overhook.
Lupe is so compact, right? I think that does help her, especially in that situation she was just in.
Let's see. Dern bringing that those hands up. They were down in the first.
It is for somebody that's not so.
Yeah, probably an adjustment that she made to their corner.
So tight, never watching her box.
Take some of those shots.
She's able to use
Look at
that
that left eye.
Nice right hand.
The right eye.
Dern's doing a good job of throwing a jab hook in the right hand.
I feel like there's been a lot of eye cuts lately that have stopped the fight. So many people's eyes are being split open.
Yeah, I was watching some fights last night in preparation for this, and Sandhagen and TJ Dillashaw, he looked like an axe, and it was like right here, like right on the in this like spot right in between like your eye and your nose, and it was just like leaking into his eye the whole fight. Well, I think it happened when we did this second round.
I see a lot of confidence in Lupe's face in the stand-up right now.
And she got a very high guard.
Dern.
And I think Dern should start, taking command of the body since she's got such a high guard.
And they're throwing some punches.
Look at nose is busted. I mean,
Only watch Vita and what she has to come to this division. Yeah, crazy.
So cheap. I mean, it's like all the sponsors that you know.
still got Monster.
Yeah, Monster's still there.
Tommy, step up
Yeah.
your game. Get in there.
Manscaped's still there. Surprised they allow that over there.
That's pretty funny.
Although those Russians and all them have beautiful beards, I do still think they need to trim those balls.
The only place they shave is porcelain down there.
Manscaped's huge over
I've heard it's beautiful over there. I'd love to go.
there. Like, richest city in the world or
Yeah.
something like that.
And they really take safety, like priority and stealing and all that. I mean, my sister lives in Singapore.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons to like such strict laws, but you know, we do value our freedom in the U.S. So
Freedom to see that.
Damn right, nerd.
get away with it. I think you lose a hand or two some other places.
Dude, I had a
Look at all the Walgreens that are shutting down.
dude, it's ridiculous, man. Like one of my listings got broken into this past week. Dude, it was awful. Like they fucking vandalized the house. They stole
What area
They
was
stole
this
Colorado.
in?
South City. No, it's the top rock thing.
And that's what's interesting is even like in South City, like anyone our age, from young 20s who are first time home buyers to late 30s, like 30s first time home buyers, like South City's coming.
Yeah,
That's
for
where
sure.
we're all trying to go for reasonably priced homes.
I mean, when I was getting into it, that was where everybody was going. Over there,
Southampton, Tower Grove South, Lindenwood Park, St. Louis Hills, you know, all those areas. I mean, I still think that those are still great areas. Now, this is more Boulevard Heights, technically. So it's like on the other side of Carmel Park. You know, and man, you know, like she said, that these kids that you see at the case in the place for like a couple of weeks and you know, always driving by and the neighbors are complaining about it. Because they were like hanging out, and then the house went on the market. Big takedown by Luby. He's got Mackenzie pinned up against the fence. But yeah, we had someone break in the other night. They stole the washer and dryer. They stole a bunch of our staging on all the furniture, a bunch of the furniture. Like they just like made a mess. There was like some popsicles in the freezer. They like fucking just like ate them and like left a bunch of them just like on the floor.
What kind of criminals sucking down a popsicle halfway through the crime?
Yeah, dude. I know.
It's hard. It's humidity.
Right.
No one's St. Louis police ain't coming.
That's their,
Well, the funny
that's their
part-
ammo, the popsicle bin.
Yeah, we're looking for criminals with blue mouths.
Yeah.
With bomb pops for the last hour.
Yeah, we had, well, it's funny enough, is the agent that told me about it, she's like, she was the one that called me and said, hey, I think someone broke in here. You know, I said, she doesn't live, the homeowner doesn't live there anymore, so she's vacant right now, essentially just stage. And she called me, she said, yeah, I think someone broke in, yada, yada. She's actually, my client's actually interested in writing an offer, which was pretty funny. She's like, yeah, she goes, he's an older guy, and he's like, well, you know, I bet there was just some homeless guys that broke in that were getting a little too hot.
AKA, he wants someone to test it when he does it.
Yeah.
This is like that, you know that one scary movie, the old man that lives in the house? And he's blind, he's blind, and these kids break in, and he's like a former, like, vet that, like, yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
I can't think out that
But yeah, and then these kids break in, and they like locks and traps him in there. And they're like, oh, he ain't just an old man after all. I bet that guy, he's like, come on, break in here. I'm gonna have the whole house in the traps.
But I will say, I just like actually saw a little clip of like a girl going through like home security when her family's gone and she's like alone in like a bigger house, you know, multiple entrances. You should look into it. She just had little like almost like those little sliding blocks that like hold the door open, but they just triggered like loud alarms more than anything. So
That's smart. Well,
it just takes a bump and then it's just doing the yeah. But I mean, a lot of times, like a simple noise and stuff like that, it's like a big deterrent, you know, more than a locked door. You know, anyone can break a lock. You know, it's cool. after
Yeah,
the
they
watch,
just
it's quiet.
kick this
But
thing in.
Honestly,
quality
you should have a
side.
recording of you saying, "Welcome to my house. Take what you would like. I'll be back in a few minutes." Definitely not recording this. Not. It's an adjustment. I'm not used to
Yeah, just
potatoes in my face.
keep the potato, hold the big black dog. Beer can.
My hands are just the right size. Almost too big for my hands.
So,
In fact, it takes 2 minutes.
that last round, back to the fights real quick. That last round, Luffy was kind of the aggressor on the feet in terms of even grappling.
Yeah, I would say
And it
Luffy
seems like the
won.
biggest issue with these purists in jiu-jitsu is just wrestling. They like even Mackenzie last round just jumped close guard against the fence. Like didn't even get it to the ground. And here she goes, shoots for a double.
Yeah, with
Looks
no
like her
setup.
hands are locked.
With almost no setup. She just kind of like ran in there.
But there she
Ooh,
goes.
There you go. She took it. All right.
All I had
That's
to do
just
was
in
top
that
her with a
strong.
smack.
Yeah,
That's just pure strength right there.
right into side control.
But this should have been, round one. It was blast
Yeah.
doubles, getting her down against the fence.
Now she's going for a arm and guillotine, I think. Oh, well, never mind. Kind of got her in this cradle position. It's fly.
She jumped on that guillotine to make Luffy then pull back to the mat.
Luffy's got her in with the next guard. Oh. And Luffy's got her from her block up against the fence.
They're trying to pull her down to the mat.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mackenzie needs to finish with this fight, to be honest.
So trying to break there it is.
I think Luffy
I would agree with
I think Luffy might be up in the scorecards.
They're doing a great job on Luffy Lomito.
I wasn't paying a ton of attention last round, but I would say that from what I saw, Luffy didn't win the second
I mean,
round. And that
she
first round
does.
could be a gimme now. I mean, I feel like he could have given it to even more than because most judges would probably give it to Luffy because she did more damage.
So right now, Mackenzie is actually landing more of the signature or more of the strikes, 79
Which is
to
probably-
Luffy's 57.
Well, but
54 to the head.
how many has Mackenzie thrown? Because I feel like she's been throwing a lot where Lupe isn't.
Yeah,
She's
Mackenzie's
more-
at 211 strikes. Luffy's at 131.
Yeah.
The control time, Mackenzie at 2.5.
Big front kick.
Luffy was a minute and a half.
Well, dang.
Alright, maybe it's a
So-
little closer than I thought.
It was a little closer, but I do think damage might be going to Luffy.
For sure.
She's kind of hit her with some heavier shots.
Yeah, I would definitely say.
We'll see what the judges think.
I'm surprised, like Mackenzie, when it has gone to the ground, the control has not really been even them out. She kind of gave up and went to her back.
Mhm.
Had an armbar for a second, but really didn't even switch up the attempt on the armbar submission. It was just one attempt to break the hands, and that was it. And she just went back to close guard. You'd think she'd be more active.
I mean, damage wise, you see Luffy's face and she's bloody, but you look at Dern's right eye.
And it also doesn't help that she's wearing white, it's all the blood. You
Yeah.
see, it's like showing on her.
The blade kick.
Yeah.
But that's by
I'm surprised
that's
you
by
haven't
Luffy's nose blood from when they're grappling.
Yeah.
That, sure. Kenzie's pinning her here at the fence. About 30 seconds left in this third round.
I give it to Luffy right now.
I bet Mackenzie tries to go for a takedown to like end the round. What do you guys think? She tries to do another throw. She's got the over-under position. Separate.
Start round, let's go.
Yeah. This is it, girls. Come
Point
on.
to
This
the
is
ground,
anyone's
point to the
fight. I'd
ground.
be curious to see.
Oh, Holloway point.
I wouldn't even be upset at a draw, even though I hate draws, but I don't think either of them did something that was
No,
mind-blowing
worth-
at any point.
No.
And they both put up a great fight at different times. They both look good, but neither of them excelled in any area. They both had takedowns. They both had significant
I love
strikes.
that with the UFC. Everyone just like, it hits and like, good, we just made some money together.
We talked about that with Evan when we had him on.
Oh, his fight, I was talking to him, so we grabbed coffee yesterday. I was like, what was he saying? He's like, oh, he just kept saying shit to me. Like, it didn't hurt, did it hurt? I was like, he's like, I almost got to me. I was like, dude, I'm so glad I did it, because he was trying to get to you. And it was so funny to see the second round when he got gassed out, and he just plummeted.
So I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch. Again, we're referring to Evan Elder, a St. Louis, Hillsborough, homegrown fighter who's in the UFC. Took a 4-day short notice fight in the welterweight division. But he fought a guy who was talking a lot of smack in the first round. But if you were privileged to listen to like the commentary in the corner, they went back, and so his opponent was talking a lot of smack, and he got back to the corner. And the first thing he said, "I can't breathe. I'm so tired. I can't breathe." And he was talking so much smack during the first round, which takes energy. And he was taking body shots and eating big shots, and just was responding with smack talk instead of fighting. And next thing you know, Evan was just looking him down. 10 seconds, 20 seconds into the second round, Evan accidentally hit him with a low shot that was pretty even questionable. It was right above the groin. And everybody who had been listening to the commentary knew that this guy was tired, and he just took about 2.5 minutes. I believe you have 5 minutes for a nut shot. He was sitting there, and Evan just pacing back and forth.
Like a tiger. In
Just
the fucking
looking him
cage,
down.
dude.
And they're like, well, this is good. He's getting a break. And then they zoom in on Evan, but they're like, I don't know. Evan looks like he's about to kill this guy as soon as the fight starts. And Evan secured a second round head on submission.
Yeah, we talked a lot about it on this upcoming episode. It was awesome. Yeah, and they were at elevation, so that could have definitely had some effect on his opponent's fatigue. But
I don't know. He was getting body shots.
What?
And trying to talk
yeah, Mackenzie with the win. All right.
I wouldn't have given it to her.
No.
I like Ruby in that fight more. During the
Well, I mean, I think
It was unanimous as well.
Nick said
Yeah.
fast was like neither one of them really did enough to like stand out. But
Yeah, but unanimous. So. Again, if you were just looking at the scorecards, Mackenzie was throwing more, and with that, landed more. So.
And yeah, I wish I could take down a little more. I did a lot of boxing for jiu-jitsu though.
Yeah, you say you did a lot of boxing. Let's take a look up there. You talked about the improvements you have made in the gym. It was on display tonight because while you had to stand up, you did real good in the stand-up.
She did look good.
Ooh, right in the armpit.
And seen everything. I'm a little bit taller than her. So I guess that's the striking thing.
Big
I'm
big
trying to,
one
like,
in there. This
see what
double
they're
was
doing
nice.
and try and counter and
Muscle
stuff like
her.
that. So that was my goal. I didn't want to fit whole
There
fight
you go.
standing, but I wanted to be calmer and not get into a brawl.
Was there anything surprising in the fight with Lupe that you had to kind of work your way through as the fight went on?
No, I mean, I know she's tough. I know she'll keep going forward. Even like the hitting.
Man, we got a big fight coming up here. We got Tony Ferguson on a
First one in a while.
well, he's on a 7-fight losing streak.
oh man.
Coming fighting Michael Chiesa, who's
Yeah, I think I showed it, but
he's a very good grappler.
let's see my next fight.
I mean,
Gatekeeper of the welterweight division.
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
But
Do you think
Tony, for those who don't know, is on a 7-fight losing streak, but he was once on a 10+ fight winning streak in the lightweight division back when McGregor, Khabib, and all those guys were fighting for championships. So Tony somehow never got a fight for Undisputed, but ever since he
Tore his knee, man. I feel like
he
that
tore
was
his
the-
knee,
that was the
he
downfall.
tore his knee, and then he was the first main event back during the pandemic, and had an absolute war with Justin Gaethje. An absolute war, and there were some bone-chilling shots thrown by both.
Yeah,
I
yeah. I
mean,
don't think he's been the same.
they
since that
destroyed each other.
fight.
For our fight fans, pleasure. So we do appreciate these warriors beating each other out.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Because I'm on the couch right now.
Yeah, that was that knee injury. I mean, just the way he tore it was the craziest because he didn't even tear the fight. He tripped over some wires backstage, like before a press conference. He like tripped over some wires, fell, tore his knee that way, and that's what kind of like he was supposed to be fighting Khabib, and then tore his knee, and then
How old is he now?
he is. I got to pull it right here.
You know what? I feel like he's been fighting for so long.
So all on Instagram.
40. Yeah.
He's 40?
Yeah.
I just go through that.
At what point do you think he would finally retire?
Well,
Who? Tony?
Yeah.
This is his last fight technically, but he secures that dominant win. You never know. I mean,
Yeah.
Everybody's got an ego.
loss, but I think it's just he doesn't.
Well, I mean, eight losses in a row. I mean, how much longer is the UFC going to keep putting them out there?
Yeah. He's just a fan favorite. Like even through all these losses, like,
Yeah.
he's still bringing 50,000 people to view or whatever that number is.
We were talking. I mean, Kate, going back to Evan. I mean, we were talking about that, like hoping that him taking that fight on 4 days' notice, and then him going viral for what he said afterwards.
Yeah.
Hopefully that endured him to more opportunities with UFC.
Sure.
Yeah. And the biggest thing is like doing podcasts with y'all, all that is I've just noticed from day one, like you just have to build an arsenal of media mind.
Right.
So when you do go big, you have years of video
Right.
that they can look back on. And that's what people who like Sugar and all these guys who have been doing podcasts and interviews and dumb stuff when only 100 people were paying attention.
Yeah.
Now when they're big, I have weeks of information I can go look back on when I'm old, So you can't wait until you're big to start doing some of that.
Did you see that video of Sugar in the ocean with
Yes.
Yeah, the sharks were, that was crazy.
Yeah.
They were in some like donut inner tubes and doing a media promotion.
Yeah. The shark.
A couple sharks showed up.
Just one. I don't know.
They were in like Miami or wherever, just doing their new Jake Paul and Sugar and a bunch of other athletes have this It's a Walmart clean soap
Yes, they're doing that.
an advertisement, and they were just in like classic inflatable donut tubes, and sharks showed up, and they thought it was like a dolphin at first, and then they realized like it was a shark, like fin up, like circling them. And you just see them, they're all in these inner tubes, like freaking out.
Get me the fuck out of here.
Instagram.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you could find it. I was surprised it didn't go around more. Like I was mind blown.
I had no idea this
Go
happened.
to Sugar's page.
That's great.
Yeah, sure. They were like, we did not realize
That's
it was a shark.
hilarious.
Sugar's a good follow.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we're all pumped for that sphere spike.
Oh.
He is.
Oh, here we go.
Fired up. Yeah, dude. Apparently Tony did 120 rounds of sparring.
Hadn't sparred in
For years. But then all of a sudden for this fight, he started sparring again.
I mean, shit, you lose 7 in a row, you got to change something else.
Yeah.
So Chiesa is a wrestler. I believe he's from Washington.
Spokane.
Good wrestler, kind of a scrappy on the feet. But Tony Ferguson, I believe he's a black belt, but high level jiu-jitsu under Eddie Bravo. And then his fight stand up. I mean, he's done boxing to just classic freestyle fighting, but look for elbows, spinning moves. He's even known to throw a little sand in your face and hold up the hands as a mirage.
Yeah.
So
He definitely
he
does
brings
some
in all the tactics.
on unconventional shit.
But something to be noted too is Tony's a big Darce guy, and Chiesa's been finished by 3 or 4 Darces.
Really? Yeah, that's a good
Even in fights where they're like, yeah, we've been working on Darce defense, he still got choked out. I believe the last Darce was against Kevin Collins. So he says after every practice right now, he's drilling Darce defense. But sometimes you just have that kryptonite.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Chiesa takes him down and chokes him out. I really do. I like Tony, but I just think don't. Especially, this is only his second fight ever at welterweight.
Yeah, but I love that. I mean, when these guys are older and they're still cutting at 155,
Sure.
they're cutting down that extra 10 to 15 pounds depending on the weight class. And I do think
Chiesa's
that
a big ass.
could not be good for you. I mean, we'll cut anywhere from 5 to 10 for jiu-jitsu depending on the tournament. And you feel like a different person. Some of these guys are losing 25, 30 pounds in a week. And you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was like that one that Colin was telling us where he dropped 30.
Yeah. And they're doing, like now it's more educated, but people like Colin are doing it with a couple of pro signs.
Right.
And, you
Shitting
know, at the local
his
gym.
pants. He's shitting himself and
To make weight. What do you say? He drank a bottle of magnesium sulfate.
Yeah.
And just woke up.
And it didn't hit him until he was passed out and he woke up covered in shit.
He said he couldn't sleep. Yeah, that's right. Because he couldn't sleep because he was so dehydrated. So he took
Cups to the left of the fridge.
he took some Benadryl to fall asleep.
He had frozen sink in the fridge.
Fell asleep and shit himself. But this should be an exciting fight. You know, I mean, this is kind of it for Tony. It's kind of a do or die situation here. You know, and I think Chiesa, like Nick said, is it's a good kind of weird. I need to call him a gatekeeper, but you know, I don't know if Chiesa is ever going to be fighting for the belt.
Yeah, I mean, he'd have to put together some impressive win streak as well as maybe some dominant finishes. But even with a win over Tony Ferguson, I mean, you beat some guy who's 7-8 now with the win. You're not building a lot of credit with Tony's loyal following. If anything, people might just dislike you a little more.
Well,
I was
It's almost like a no-win situation.
real quick before we jump ship on that topic, I was just listening to an interview and Chiesa says Tony Ferguson fans are emailing him or like DMing him to throw the fight.
that's hilarious.
He's like, I got Tony Ferguson fans just DMing him throwing the fight. So
Chiesa's
I doubt that will happen, but it just shows you how loyal a guy who's 0-7 in his last fight.
Well, Chiesa's on 3-fight losing streak too. So, but let's see here.
Battle of the losers. Please don't hurt me.
But we still love watching
Yes,
that fight.
I love it. I can
Something to be noted too was Nick Diaz and Vicente Luque were supposed to fight, and Nick Diaz, the older brother of Nate Diaz, is the OG legend, and Vicente Luque is a top 5, top 10 welterweight here and there, and so a lot of people wanted Vicente Luque to fight Chiesa and Tony Ferguson and Nick Diaz to fight instead because it's kind of some better matchups and maybe some more fan favorite. But
Yeah, speaking of Diaz, Nate, I've never seen anybody just take just head shots like he takes them. I mean, he just gets pummeled.
Nate,
Yeah.
yeah, they claim they roll their head a little bit more, but I think at some point,
Right.
just rolling your head with the punches
Yeah.
and saving it too much.
No.
But I mean, the Diaz brothers have kept us all
No.
in our seats for many years.
Well, and that's the thing is because they're so wild. Like, I mean, it could go all the way down the buzzer and they could land something at the very end, and it's just like, I don't know, they're always entertaining fights.
And 4 lines for just $25 a line. You can save on every plan versus the other.
Yeah, Chiesa's favorite.
So Tony and Mike,
What?
this is the next fight.
Yeah. So Tony and Chiesa are next. Then after this, we got Marlon Rivera and Davidson Figueiredo. And then Shara Bullet Magomedov versus, I don't know who he's fighting, Michael Kesijic. And then we got the main event of Corey and Umar. So this is
So basically, you guys are stuck listening to our banter for the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
So sit back, relax, throw in some Neurogum, and have a good time.
throwing some neuro gum and have a good time.
The next few fights will all be knockouts. First round.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, this is going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to this one a lot. Ooh, we got the dyed hair Tony back.
He said there was some interview that I saw with him where he said he hasn't actually sparred in forever.
Well,
He said he started
Yeah,
sparring.
he did.
120 rounds is count.
Huh?
We just talked about this.
Sorry, I was thinking about Neurogum.
For those
These changes-
not with us, Connor is on 300 milligrams of caffeine and maybe a quarter of a cup of water, so he's buzzing.
Look at that. Is that a
Sasquatch tattoo?
Squash tattoo? What?
My favorite is every once in a while they do like guess these tattoos. And these fighters, you know, all these guys are just
Crazy.
screaming the crowd.
Who goes? Yeah, I want a
Just like, I just
Sasquatch.
want a half sleeve.
I want a
Sasquatch.
The
Sasquatch.
best was
What?
former UFC fighter Darren Till had like a blonde girl on his arm who might have been an ex, we don't know, but looked exactly like Paige Van Zandt. So it was like you have another fighter, a girl just tatted on her, and it was a huge tattoo.
No, I know the story. You know, apparently that was his girlfriend.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Was
I
his
mean, I
girlfriend,
figured
and
it
she
was late.
and he didn't tell her that he was getting the tattoo, and he just like showed up
It's his
one
whole
day.
arm.
It's like as big as my tattoo, but it was just like his wife, his girlfriend's face. It was basically like her face was like some flowers and shit around her or whatever, and then they ended up.
I need to look this up.
Covered up.
So,
But yeah, it's just hilarious.
men out there, let's not get more tattoos.
And we are starting.
Never a good idea.
456, 455, 454, the Ferguson Chiesa fight. On the first one.
Oh, he tattooed over it, didn't he? What did he tattoo? Oh, he put a gorilla.
Turn the blonde and baby.
Kind of microphone if you're
He,
gonna talk.
he put a gorilla Oh my god, that's such a bad tattoo. But he put a
The gorilla over her face.
like, yeah, he
And
kept her
that
face.
is how we think of our entities.
Yeah.
That's like, it's bad.
Well, I
and
think that's
he
his
made it
nickname.
like,
I'm pretty sure that's his nickname is the gorilla.
yeah, but like, it's the gorilla from the like eyes down, but her head and the eyes from the it's bad.
What's interesting right now is Chiesa definitely looks like he's a bit thicker, a little taller.
He does look like a bigger guy for sure.
You know, his waist above Tony's waist.
Well,
He's
I
got
think-
long legs.
That's the sort of.
I mean,
You see what I mean?
Ferguson is a
Yeah,
Pass it
like
around. Pass it around. That's hilarious.
Turning it back over to the
So bad.
Trojans.
Yeah, I had it.
Pacific Northwest.
Like it still has her eyes.
I don't know what I'm expecting, but that was not it.
I think that's, I know, I've seen it when it's complete. I think that's like half done.
I don't know about
So
that.
everybody right now, Google until cover up tattoo.
That's
Enjoy the
so
trash.
That's like, I would be so embarrassed.
Tony's controlling the inside of the octagon, but I feel like there hasn't been much exchange in action. Yeah, we're about 2 minutes into the first round. They're really, I mean, they barely even touch each other at this point. Here's a little exchange. Yes, definitely looks like a big fight. I do think the worst tattoos in the UFC are Jamal.
What
He's
is
got
that?
the little hands. I don't even know what they are.
Look those up.
The sponsor.
No, I know what tattoos you're talking about. Like, what was that?
I don't know. They look like they're just two thumbs, like up. There's
I think
like right above his arm.
I think our new fan favorite too, Diego Lopez, who has kind of burst on the scene these last couple of years.
Yeah.
We're all a huge fan of Scrapper. Has another questionable chest tattoo. I forget what it says.
You're right.
It
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of the No Rugrats kind of style.
Yeah. Well, he's got a big fight coming up soon with Brian Ortega. That's gonna be a nightmare. Looking forward to that one.
Well, the longer this fight goes,
You can just tell.
Oh, here his chest tattoo says, "Dream, believe, and make it happen."
Sounds like something like a white girl would have on her wall. GS is, he's got a body lock on Tony, dragging him to the ground, takes his back to the body triangle. Oh, and he's got
a choke.
God, exactly what I said was going to happen.
Yeah, this is not looking
Takes
good
him
for Tony.
down, chokes him out.
They're very dry right now too, which really
Yeah.
helps shake up his subs.
He did that like all one motion body.
Tony better black out.
Tony will go to
Yeah,
sleep.
Tony will go to sleep before he taps.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go,
So
Tony.
that's tight. That's tight. There it is.
Ah.
All right, Tony.
All right.
Well, Tony is now 0-8
0-8.
in his last 10 years. So we still love
Yep.
Tony.
Love you, Tony.
Give Tony a follow, support him. He's fine.
Great career.
He's gonna need some love.
That's exactly what I said was going to happen.
That was sad. We all, honestly, I think we're all huge Tony Ferguson fans.
Yeah,
So,
we are.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Well, it's heartbreaking to see him on a losing streak like this. I wish he retired back in the day because at this rate, it's like to go out. I mean, he's still always be a legend, but to go out on a. It's like just a guy that should have retired. I wouldn't stop fighting.
Right.
And he was known as the boogeyman. I mean, he was.
That's what El Capone
You need to
is.
look. You need to look at his 10-fight win streak and look at the opponent's faces after all the fights. Multiple cuts, swollen eyes. Like this guy was a
He's also punching metal too when you're training.
Right.
I loved watching his training style back in the day. He could punch like brick walls and metal.
Well, he'd go up to Big Bear supposedly and like do his fight camps in Big Bear and like build a gym for him. So, like, he'd like go up there and like he's like a weird dude. I mean, Nick said that him, the boogeyman. That's literally what his nickname is.
You
El
gotta be
Capone.
weird, step in the octagon and do what they're doing.
Yeah, but supposedly he's odd amongst odd people. You remember those memes a couple of years ago that like Tony Ferguson's the kind of guy that would like, it was like always something weird, like that would like never wear shoes that he has to tie, or like it was like just like they would just go with weird things. Like Tony Ferguson's the kind of guy.
Well, even his captions never made sense. He would do stuff.
So, but he's always like a joke. He says he's like great, but he does like capital letters, poor grammar.
Yeah.
He's like, I want people just to think
I mean, I think he's like, I want people to think that, or it's like, maybe you just are on the wrong. Oh man, that's heartbreaking.
Well, shout out to Chiesa. He did what he needed to do. He stuck to his game plan. Got the
Did
finish.
exactly
He
what
was
he
on a
does.
0-3 streak as well, so he's back to the win column. Plenty of good welterweight fights. I mean, people like Usman are moving up to welterweight. I know he's a big ex-champion, but these are guys who just get good fights.
He has his gloves off. I think he's about to retire. Yep.
And pull back into you.
Well, you're gonna talk to Chiesa first.
No, screw it. No, let's move on.
I'm here with Michael Chiesa.
Kind of looks like Kyle.
What a performance.
Chiesa.
Wanted to fight Tony Ferguson.
That's it.
You got that fight. You got the finish. How does it feel? It feels really good, DC. There's so much stuff I want to say. It's been a long road to get back in the win column, but this microphone belongs to Tony Ferguson. Thank you all.
Hey, shout out to Chiesa.
Yeah, he's a real G, very class act. He's one of the UFC commentators. He's definitely someone who's gonna have doing that after he's done fighting for sure.
Sparky's camera. Sounds like Tony's about to retire, but he's not listening. His gloves aren't his hand.
These people love you, man. Everybody loves you. I see you take your gloves off. Is that it for Tony Ferguson?
I'm not going anywhere, motherfuckers. Going to the PFL. The whole stadium. And this is in Abu Dhabi, so not even like hometown. Everyone's stadium. Getting a full crowd.
DC asked him if he's
For anybody that deserves this man's shoe,
the crowds. He's
what you're
never
doing in
the
your
crowd.
career has been so special to so
Their
many.
thoughts.
How are you feeling right now as you look toward what might be the end of your career, or at least the UFC?
I know I could have did better. I know that a little bit more wrestling going into today. Man, fuck. I got to give it Michael. I know we're going to talk afterwards, but he was just on point with that hook, and it was hard to fight it. So, I mean, I don't want to retire. I really don't. But I love the UFC, and I don't want to go anywhere else. So, I'm not going to put both clothes down. I'm going to put one. Just in case.
I'm not sure if he's going to retire now.
Just give my kids a big
He's putting one glove down.
Tony doing Tony things, retiring one glove.
Yeah. Wants to keep the other one.
What does that even mean? I love it.
Me and DC, we go way back.
My man.
So we're all looking forward to an Evan Elder versus Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We love you, Evan. Evan wants, let's see, who's going to light, Volkanovski wants a lightweight fight before his title fight. Let's get Evan versus Volk going.
One glove down. I'm not going anywhere else. We'll put one glove down.
It's almost like,
Because I don't know what I want to do.
well, it's almost
He's got one glove.
He held the world championship. He just always put on.
I've been feeling these gloves, like actually like one glove is gonna be awesome or something, you know? The one glove retirement. And then it like
The
hits
first
up and just-
ever one glove retirement.
just threw it in the stands.
And then flash forward another like 20, 30 years, they're gonna be like looking for this other glove, like in the history
He
books.
just threw the stands, so.
He's the one guy who's like, hey, like, ready to go, guys. He's putting some metal. I think my favorite retirement still is the Korean Zombies when they played Zombie. That was cool. I feel like it's been forever since this was swapped out.
We got a little intermission coming up before the next fight. They're trying to highlight the Dricus Duplass versus middleweight champ. Dricus is taking on the former two-time champ Israel. Comments. The comments you think will take that
on August 17th. Hell of a fight, DC. Yeah, an absolute banger of a fight. Bad blood attacks this fight. He's not only facing blood, but still not. Dricus Duplessis is done with the divers. He has shown time and time again that when you doubt him, you get shut up and you leave with egg on your face. This guy is the middleweight champion. He has a very unique style. He can wrestle, he can strike, and he is showing now that he's getting more dominant as his career is going on. Dricus Duplessis is an absolute savage. And he is the UFC middleweight champion, and he wants to prove it, but he gets on the first. Oh, yeah, man, I love that one here. This is fight that Israel Adesanya is one, and he wants to shut this guy up. And this is a great fight. You know that Dricus Duplessis is going to have to try to make things up and take this out. He's had time to really get into a groove, get back into a camp, and he's motivated.
I don't know how I feel about this fight.
What?
I don't know how I feel about this fight. Just because he's been gone for a while.
Against Dricus?
Yeah, when was the last time you fought? Correct.
Yeah, I lost his trick last fight.
But I mean, he's a guy who was doing like 2 to 3. He was one of the most active champions.
Well, absolutely.
Did it great. So I think this time off's good. I think the problem is that this day and age is everything's filmed. So these film studies just becomes unreal. And when you're a champ, you got 10 guys studying every day, just running for your spot. So I think a lot of Izzy's flashy tricks kind of.
I want to see Izzy absolutely pummel him. Izzy's one of my favorite fighters of all time. I liked his shit talking back in the day much more than that. I think we're starting going downhill was ever since the Frozen comment. Like I want I'll leave you frozen like Elsa. His shit talking was great. Post, I'll leave you frozen like Elsa. It's just been, it's like, nah, you need to get
Yeah, so this next fight's gonna be a big one. So David Figueiredo's moved up from, he's a former champion at flyweight. He's now moved up to bantamweight, so 135. And he's fighting Cheeto Vera who's coming off a loss to Star Boy Sugar. It's gonna be interesting to see, how Vera comes back. Honestly, like fights like that can change.
Passion for online gaming.
He got pretty bad
Space economy.
Against Sugar.
Choose from over 40 things, each with up to 25 stocks identified by our unique algorithm.
Comes out here.
Buy it as is.
Figueiredo's a motherfucker. He is.
All your favorite tips.
He uses his jiu-jitsu so well. Just take people down, just make a half guard, pass the guard, bounce him, takes it back and chokes him. It's I feel like he is like jiu-jitsu better than
Something for me, I like it.
it's like he's strong. He was huge for Brandon yeah, definitely.
Honestly, it feels like a whole new era of jiu-jitsu ever since Izzy, Bull, and Nagane were all in charge. And then, like, they're all like, look at us, the champions. And, like, a few months later, it's all just knocked off. It's all.
I mean, it just shows you how impressive people are. I mean, I know Josh Jones has a year off here and there for drug abuse injuries, but it just shows you how crazy it is for him to be reigning since he was 20 years old.
Get the 2024 Nissan Rogue with testing class fuel economy.
So Moreno fought in February last year and lost.
Oh yeah,
He lost 2 in a row. He lost the belt to Pinto, and then he fought Brandon without lost his decision.
Yeah, and that was a questionable.
Yeah, so I mean, he was up the first one recently.
Yeah, him and Alexa are the same game. There must be something that should be back from the first one.
Yeah, I know I think they have some other connections with what's the gym where Calvin Peters and Rob
It's
It's in Philly, right?
yeah.
The first one, too. The last couple we've got on the first one athletes.
Yeah.
Something they do is top notch.
Yeah, there's definitely some people up there.
Hey,
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Sal.
Yeah, then we-
So how you guys?
I feel like Sal would be the perfect guest for like.
I hope we talk about it. Talk about stuff.
He's really so if you're not following him, go check it out.
And the Ecuadorian is as motivated as ever to get his second shot at the UFC bantamweight belt. Tonight, there is whatever it takes as he beats another one-chip name.
Cheeto's typically a slow starter, and Figueiredo comes out like that. Figueiredo had a really hard time making. He lost, did not make weight several times. I think it's a true better striker.
Something to take note for Cheeto too, because Biggie's a high-level black belt. Is Cheeto brought in Diego Pato, who's he's been in every world champion style match in jiu-jitsu, from IBJJF to ADCC, but he is a double champ right now.
Yeah, I think he's fighting
Recently,
CJI.
yeah, doing I forget. I'm getting more confused on those rosters, but just top world class jiu-jitsu. So hopefully that helps with some of these submission. You can kind of expect Biggie's fighting to jump off the back at least once at the beginning. So, despite not to avoid that.
The Scorpion had a tattoo.
Yeah.
He shaved his head for weigh-ins. I feel like the weight cut again was
Cheeto.
because he had long hair.
They say that
You've seen it in all the interviews right now.
What is with Biggie's hair?
It's that God of War video game or whatever. I never played it, but it's that God.
That's why he doesn't forget.
Yeah, you played that, right? I know you played that.
It's not that he's got that big red stripe. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had fun, man.
Well, that's his
God of War is
nickname.
that game that makes you be like, damn, why can't movies see this? That'd be a sick.
But that is
Yeah, Lucas Holford Rosa was last time. Division 4. The comedic program.
But that's what's going to be cool about CJI is there's going to be a big, not everyone's the same. Because they only offer over 100.
Yeah, 176.
So you'll see some of these lighter, big guys, but super athletic go against people like Nick Curran and stuff.
It's gonna be super interesting, especially everybody's been saying like, man, people are not gonna attack. You're gonna have to go people.
$1 million on the line.
Yeah, people are gonna let their legs break. People are gonna let their feet break. They're gonna have to. It's like these other tournaments, like ADCC. I mean, yeah, you want to win for the void, but like $10,000, but for $1 million, you can break it. I'll
let you put me to sleep.
Because what's different is like in jiu-jitsu is these athletes are competing. Obviously, ADCC is kind of like the Olympics or whatever, but they're all taking super fights once in a while, not once every 2 months. Even though they have these big tournaments, they're taking other matches to make money right before it. They'll have matches right after.
So now I can easily invest in trends like wearable tech.
How should we go?
All that
Yeah, they're fresh white belt.
Yeah, get my ass kicked.
Yeah.
maybe Donnie did.
I haven't been in the last 2 weeks. And I'm gonna be gone next week. So I jumped into the fundamentals just because that was the only time that it worked.
But honestly, that's good for you, man.
Oh, I know.
You're able to get surrounded by some of the better people, and they just can give you tips.
Well, what was cool about it was like, obviously I've been doing it for a very short time, but like, obviously rolling with some of the higher belts, like obviously don't stick rolling with one guy that one people get an arm lock and then hit the my wrist, and I felt it in my forearm. Like the exact song, my forearm ballooned up. And I haven't been back since then just because I've been dealing with that a little bit. But along with some of those other white belts, like that advanced past basics, like I felt like I was hanging with them, but again, it helps when you're 260 and 6'3".
Well, it'll be cool because you'll have some big white belts come join you eventually. And you'll realize that they'd be 4, 5, 6, 7 months behind you.
Right.
Little things, like just knowing not to put your head in one position. You know, even though you haven't mastered jiu-jitsu, it's like, oh, I am.
Right. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, definitely being able to use my weight to my advantage definitely helps. I think we're pretty strong.
Target school list assist
Going
by
I'm pretty good on
Yeah.
Talk to you now.
Big.
I mean, that comes,
Especially in the gi where you can grab once right. Like it's hard to break your big strong.
Chris one being much
You're saying we're gonna watch a Zach Vegas Pat super fight in the near future?
Hey.
The David versus Goliath?
Well, here's the thing. If he gets me down, because it happened quite a few times. Once he got me down, he had his way with me.
Good.
But as long as I can stay on my feet, I mean, nothing's gonna happen. We're just gonna be dancing around for a little bit. But learning how to submit somebody from my feet might be where I'm at for a little while. But no, I mean, I'm excited to get back into basics, especially after rolling at the fundamental level with those guys and where they're at. And I mean, it was way different. I mean, I was like feeling like I was drinking from a fire hose. And there's times where I'm watching Trevor roll through and show us what we've been working on, and just like watching the way he moves is almost like shit. I really focused because I was like getting mesmerized and like forgetting like, hey, I'm supposed to be paying attention to what he's doing, not like, holy shit, that's fucking awesome. Like, wow,
Everything he does.
And, like, so explosive, so fast, so quick, and I'm like, dude, I'm glad I'm not the guy that's doing it. I'm like attacking on the ground. Access to ass kicked right now, and he's just showing us what to do.
So Trevor doesn't like demonstrate his life.
No.
He kind of puts it on. And
But yeah,
he's a great trainer.
I did get to spend a lot of time rolling with Big Joe. He was about 300 plus pounds.
Yeah, or no, Big Mike.
Big Mike, yeah.
Big Mike.
Yeah. And I think I rolled with him like 3 weeks in a row, and that man, when I was having to be bottom, holy shit, that hurt. I mean, and talk about being slow and methodical.
Yeah.
There was nothing. He was not moving fast at all. He was taking his time to make sure I felt all of his weight.
All of it, yeah. He's got it. My biggest advice for you going back to basics, though, because having coached that class for about 2 years, don't listen to any advice.
Oh, hell no. I'm only gonna listen to what the instructors have to say.
Because one thing I noticed from coaching that class is people that have been coming for like a month think that they like know some things, and then they like try to start like teaching.
And I felt like when I was doing it, I mean, obviously, yeah, but I was like, I'm like, hey, they were saying to get an underhook here.
Yeah.
And cross sticks, not like something like that was like basically all I was ever saying. I'm like, yeah, I think they should do it this way.
And there's nothing.
No,
There's nothing wrong with that.
But I'm not gonna sit here and try and give advice like, oh, hey, you should try this. I'm like, I don't know. Fuck off.
So I started covering basics now.
Nick took
because
over my
Zach
class.
can't quit popping out children with his beautiful wife Gina. So I have no kids, so I'm free every night. So I've been coaching, but
How much better do you think you've gotten since you started coaching?
I mean, I've been now, like, I always have a substitute teacher for over a year, probably.
Yeah.
But what I did for over 2 years was just a walk and because we have such big classes, I just make sure, like, oh, I'm a white belt, so I'm doing okay. And the big class, not the basics. And it just helps you like see where moves consistently go wrong.
Yeah.
Like especially when we're drilling the same thing. Like every time this guy places his hand here, he gets slapped. Like, and you get that from that out, from watching from the outside, where you can make that mistake yourself all the time and not always correlate that. So I feel like that's the biggest thing is you just get a look at why these moves fail, especially at the basics level, because they don't know, they don't have another option. Sometimes upper belts make mistakes via bad habits that they created, where new people are either just listening to what you told or we're just like creating their own mistake.
We were on about 40 seconds.
But I don't like them pushing each other, but I do with my main training partners. I've realized communication with your drilling partner is so key. So I've been trying to put that in their mind, even though they're so new, that like, you guys need to talk to your partner and not just tap the moment something choke is on, or like give up as soon as you fall over. Like, you need to like, hey, that didn't really feel good. There's no pressure there. You didn't feel heavy, or I really just fell over. You didn't actually sweep, which happens. Sometimes you just help your partner out and you fall over in the sweep, but you need to like be like, hey, no, that really wasn't right. And not that you need to tell them how to do it, but say, hey, call the coach right. But we're gonna jump into this fight.
Figgy with a takedown right into half guard.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great fight.
Vera does have a good, he likes to put people in his close guard, he gets taken down and he accepts the takedown, he's pretty confident off his back, he shows a lot of elbows from the close guard, shows a lot of triangle and arm bars here, this is exactly where he's at right now, so what he's doing is control some wrists, probably, stuff on him and try to lock something up here, he's just gonna probably look to get out of here, and get into half guard and start passing.
But even here, I mean, maybe you went around and staying in close guard, dropping an elbow here and there. You got to stay active so you don't get stood up. You don't want to take an elbow straight across the top of your head. Cuts can come. But Big Man just went around doing things. I mean, that's the problem with settling in a close guard. If you're not active throwing up submissions or sweeping, it feels like you're not really getting enough kicks, but you're not impressive anymore on this scorecards.
Yeah.
So, as much as close guard can be almost 50-50 sometimes.
Like he's got a high guard. Yeah, he does that high guard where he kind of goes to like a double arm bar.
Yeah, it's hard.
It is hard, especially when you start getting sweaty, but it is the first round.
And again, at the highest level of triangles and arm bars, you gotta be elite at setting these up. People are just so good at doing these basic defenses now. I'm not sure close guard.
He's talked about it. He's got some good tactics. He has some legendary
I think
tactics.
all of us.
What's the guy's name? Some guy's name like Cartoon or something. He's like a
Big up there.
and
But again, he's not building up. He's just throwing back down.
Nope, Figgy's going. All right, back on your feet. Damn, all right, we got a fight here, boys.
This is bantamweight division, number 6 Figueiredo versus number 4 Cheeto. Cheeto recently lost to Sean O'Malley via utility kicks and knees and punches to the face. Sugar was breaking records on Cheeto's face.
He was very well prepared for this, and he's aiming to be the very first man.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think Cheeto has a
It'll send you right up to the front of the queue.
He kind of, Figgy looks like what Bolt looks like in most of his fights.
Well, he's just jacked, dude. He's almost on there.
Say right now, I think he's winning. Got the takedown. Didn't do a ton with the takedown, but was on top, threw a couple blows. Cheeto's some attempts were more just like light attempts than anything. It's actually so strong.
Cheeto's only got the up kick.
That could open up another opportunity for him to get the fight to the ground.
Ooh. Cheeto with a big knee. Figgy takes it down to double. Right into half guard.
But like people like DC talk about this all the time. Daniel Cormier, one of the former champs, now commentators, that if you are about to get taken down and you start wasting energy on 3 strikes, hitting them in the head, throwing some elbows as you're going down, for nothing. Like, yeah, you might have hit a couple shots, but you should be defending the takedown. It's too dumb. And to just squeeze in 2 shots. Oh, is that legal?
If you've always wanted to go
Just
to
like
Paris,
did one of those axe
why
kicks, like
stay on the
Yeah,
hotel
like accident. I feel like that is legal.
well, it hit him in the head, so that was my question. It almost hit him in the head. I think it's legal if it's a
Man, that was good first round.
With Schwab investing themes.
But this could be easily a next title contender. If Sugar leads, Cheeto's always a big fan favorite to get another title shot. I wouldn't be that surprised.
I think the same. I think the main events are.
It is the next, but you never know in the UFC. There's screws, there's people's injuries, there's snooze fest fights. So I think it's on his main event to really stand out here. Because even if Usman wins, it's his first ranked fight, so he really isn't. Crying for a title shot besides his name. His name is bringing in.
He has looked like a world beater so far. He really hasn't beat anybody of severe.
Legendary glove.
He's also
The legendary one glove retirement.
Usman's also pulled out.
Yeah, he's pulled out of 5 of his last 10 fights. He has a really hard time getting 35.
And I think when you cut away, you're susceptible to staff and injuries.
All right, we're beginning the second round for 49.
He's so calm. He's so exact with what he wants.
By the way, we have no strikers here on our panel today.
Yeah.
We just have 3 purple belts and a white belt. So if you guys disagree with our commentary, comment
Yeah,
about what we could have said besides the idiocy that came out.
You put the ball now.
Connor's
Yeah, we none of us are playing the game.
yeah, Connor really, that just hurt Connor's feelings.
Just some big.
I think he was a purple belt before we were.
Is there anything that we can look into?
It's like, what?
So he has to be urgent.
Just some
Look,
shit.
pay
Just some
attention to
good
my
old.
social media.
Yeah, you clearly don't pay attention when I'm writing. Because I say that about purple belt.
It's only the revived purple belts versus the world.
I thought I saw something that you just posted the other day. It looked like you're
That was from 2021.
Okay, well now that's why
That's called the Throwback Thursday.
didn't realize. It is captured. Saw the picture, saw the belt.
Lot of changes,
That
like
was
Cheeto.
sick.
Respect
With
the
the
decision
Japanese style.
Yeah,
to
that's
try
right.
and find another way
Yeah,
to
but
Sorry to disrespect you.
I'm looking forward to finishing off my sleep.
Using them to
really figure out risk management.
You think about putting your girl's face on?
Yeah, we did Gina's face, and, my mom, my dad, my kids. Yeah, Zach and Patch, absolutely.
Honestly, the only thing
Don't
that
ever
sucks.
use them.
Don't you ever leave me, Pat. I'm just gonna get Pat's face on my other.
The only thing that sucks, as much as I love having my whole life done, is it's like all I have to work on this one. It's all I got. It's like I love this sleep, I want to get there, but I never get to do like you have so many other ideas that you want to do. And
You did a one and done.
Huh?
Like you did a full progression of your sleep.
Yeah, this is all like
Yeah.
so, but like obviously I have plenty more. Like I'm gonna
You did
capture
the method
more.
where they put you to sleep and you wake up in the full sleep. You got
Some of the that whole system.
How many hours is your
I mean, I'm not excited.
42 or 44.
Let alone for a tattoo.
Said 32.
42 or 44, something like that.
I think mine was about. I think mine's just a half.
Nice body shot from Figueiredo.
Took me between 22.
Between rounds as well for those of you.
I mean, I was when Tommy did
saw him
he power.
I was gonna say, you guys both have great work. Why don't you give a little shout out to your artists?
Tommy, I love you. TSL tattoos. He's only known for tattoos. Anytime you see him in public, like you're a tattoo guy, right? You love TSL tattoos.
Yeah, I've gotten mine both done at Art Monster. This one was done by Caleb Genio, Scallywag Art on Instagram, and then this one was Perceptive.
So excited about being able to take over. We both don't We all know that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have Caleb finish this arm.
Billings, Montana.
Yeah.
I was just embezzling.
Billings,
I got my nipples pierced at Claire's.
real nice lady.
He only
She was
cried.
real gentle.
He only cried a little bit.
Forgot her name, but she's.
To be honest, guys, I haven't been paying a ton of attention to the second round here.
It's been active. I mean, this second round's been more on the feet than the last round, and just crazy. I wouldn't say any big shots.
Nothing crazy.
They're bringing it.
Another thing about Figueiredo at 135 is he does not get tired, man. He looks in great shape. He seems to
Yeah,
be on the pace
like
that
he's
he
saying, Figueiredo looks like he's in great shape. I feel like he's notorious for kind of gassing out. He's so fast twitch.
Yeah, and cut a
Yeah.
lot of weight in his last move.
Yeah, for sure. So moving up to 35, probably.
But I think it takes two to tango. I think Cheeto slows it down a little bit. When Figgy was fighting people like Moreno, we just talked about our favorite, they just match each other's pace. When you get two guys that are willing to scramble and keep throwing out of the scrambles, it just creates chaos. It takes a fighter slowing it down to bring it back to the Cheeto's walking it down there. Ooh. I like he just fought for 10 minutes and the one shot that happened at the belly. Like, come on, man. Like,
After we did that whole karate in the last one,
Yeah.
like, that was questionable timing.
Beautiful sterilization, sir.
And they're covered with your hormonal bundle with Progressive, so you get round-the-clock protection.
So is Gabby coming down?
no, after Tony's interview.
Is that coming through there? Is that kind
If you
of
always wanted to go to
give you
Paris,
sound on your phone?
No.
why stay on the hotel side?
I can tell it's coming through the TV. Like, I've never got that. It's like
Yeah, I just touched her after Tony's one glove.
one glove retirement.
What a Tony thing to do.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say, who do you think's up here, man? Figueiredo, 2-1.
No, he's not retiring. There's a video of him walking in the hallway afterward, and it says, "It ain't time. I got shit to work on." You see him, he's like, "It ain't time yet." He's literally like, I'm like, bro, you're 40 years old. You've been working on it for the last several decades in your life.
What's going to change now?
I mean, he's such a legend, but I think the thing that's working against him is that, like, you're going against younger dudes. You're 40 years old. You're not as sharp as you used to be.
Yeah. Cheeto has landed 45 compared to Figgy's 28. Figgy did have 2.5 minutes of control time that first round.
Biggie's shooting for the takedown. He shot 2 single legs in around 30 seconds into the third round. Cheeto was able to stop all the time up against the fence.
I think it's a pretty even match right now.
Yeah, this is a good fight.
It just showed you that he was in the round. He was never comfortable in round 2 because Cheeto was able to defend all those takedowns. Short on that, showing again.
Cheeto's takedown defense is looking really good, for sure.
Big, let it go. This is where we're going to get gas. Gas it in the last round. Let's go.
Gas at this pace, right? Like the pace is not high enough to fatigue Figueiredo.
And that's the thing, if Bear can step off a little bit, he's got the gas tank to do it. He can just start to pressure. He is. He picked it up in round 2.
Just wants it back and forth here.
Yeah, good blocks there. Took him on the arms, and that's when he's going to try to find out.
Shot the body.
He needs to calibrate back. Right, he's right in front of him.
Yeah, I do think, Figgy coming up to this new division has a healthy respect for the bigger guys. I mean, he was a sprawl and brawl in that flyweight division. Just coming out, just throwing hell. So. But, you do have to build these win streaks to get a title fight. And he's no longer the next champion. He's in a new weight class. He's got to prove that he can go.
Stand toe to toe with these guys in the top 5. Cheeto's
He's
ranking
showing it.
for sure.
Standing toe to toe with the number 4.
Yeah. Guys coming off a title shot.
Oh,
big right hand by
Figgy just
Figgy.
sat down Cheeto with a big right. That was there.
I probably just
Cheeto's
won
top
him that.
I could have wanted it.
I think that won.
Cheeto just kind of left in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, another big
Big
right.
right. Cheeto's known for throwing some knees, so.
In the body.
Ooh, big front kick up
You could say to the lips.
to the lips.
I think he's still feeling it today, but
Another good body shot there from Cheeto. Cheeto landed some really good body shots this round. Figueredo landed some good ones too when he dropped him. He was able to land some nice shots with the body.
Yeah, that was a big knockdown. You know.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing significant happens here, that could have won the round for him.
I think so. Blitz that control the first round. I'd say 2-1. Figgy.
Again, you're not MMA experts.
Even as he goes up in weight. He had 11 knockdowns of flyweights.
Connor, have you ever fucked with any striking?
With Max, I did a bit. Korea. We did a little striking for a bit.
How'd that go for you?
I mean, I don't know. He said I would have been a good striker. Like he was like, yeah. I mean, I was just like, am I good? Like, and he's like, no, you actually like, you would have been a good striker.
You did like some Dutch drilling, like some back and forth kind of kickboxing style.
Oh no, I just purely did like practice striking.
Oh, like pads or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe.
No, I didn't go against. No.
I mean, I'm sure it wasn't a spar.
No, after we went, he was like, you're actually like, and I was like, Max, I do 5 minutes. Like, I'm not gonna get in the face like you did.
That's what Zach and I did a couple years of striking in the beginning, just because it's fun. It's like, we do all this jiu-jitsu, but you still want to be able to throw something down the middle. And obviously, when we're not training it for a while, it doesn't help. And us jiu-jitsu start getting these concave shoulders. But I'd say anyone who's training jiu-jitsu, you should definitely do a year of striking. Just so you're confident. There's no reason to.
Like doing Muay Thai.
You're already at a gym that probably offers it.
No, he's street fighting, sitting on my butt.
Yeah, you're not sitting on the
butt
asphalt.
I'm a butt scoot under his legs.
All right, 20 seconds left. Come on, boys.
Point to the ground. Point to the ground.
Come on.
Oh, he sounds slow.
Yeah.
Great fight. They brought it, put on a show.
Who do you think won?
Yeah.
I'm thinking Figgy.
I think Figgy
Unanimous.
won. Yeah, I think so.
Poor Cheeto.
Cheeto
just.
I mean, it was a good fight. I mean, he didn't look bad.
And I don't think he did enough to win.
Yeah.
Celebrate with us and take some well-earned leave.
So bad for the dude. You just can't catch him.
Yeah, coming off that big loss. Our boy.
I think I want to try striking. I think it's a similar, like, from baseball in terms of being able to throw a punch.
Yeah.
But I think the
It's
power
good.
that I have.
The only reason is once we got so addicted to jiu-jitsu, it's just so hard to go back and forth to class if you want to do a lot of jiu-jitsu. And you just have little injuries that if your toe hurts, you're not excited to go kick a freaking pad. But you can train with some bum fingers and toes.
I just think unless it's your full time to be an MMA, if you have a real career, you have to choose discipline. I think the respect you get, the journey that you get by becoming a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's worth it all. And if you want to hit that level, it's extremely difficult to stay motivated to be able to do jiu-jitsu at that level plus everything else, because to get to that level, it's so demanding of your time.
And bar none, my favorite part is we can go 100% and still come out relatively healthy. With striking, you're either hitting pads, maybe doing Dutch drilling, which is fun, where you're kind of doing light back and forth. But if you're sparring, you're damaging your body, whether it's muscles or your mouth.
Yeah, figure it out. Yep.
Cheeto back to the drawing board.
Yeah, man. What do you think's next for Cheeto?
I think it just seems like if he would have gone it a little more. Sometimes I think that slow pace is just part of his game. But he was bigger shot when he landed. Davidson did not enjoy wins, obviously, but like it would back him off a little bit.
Thank you so much today.
This is why you don't tell me.
He doesn't speak English. Oh, he speaks.
Little.
Short place guy. I hate Captain Eric behind him. This guy's got the jewel belt.
Yeah, look at his jeans.
With spikes. He's always got some goggle glasses.
Who
But
is
he's
that?
he's a coach manager, but he's one of those guys who talks more than his fighter. And so he's got his role. He's got his WWE style promotion. His name's Captain Eric. He actually was with Cejudo, I believe, during his Olympic run. So he must have a wrestling background. Now turns I'm sure he's been well coached in the MMA for a while.
Yeah, but
I'm sure he's a great coach, but he dresses like big and small.
what do you think about me getting a pair of those, Connor? I think that would, no, a pair of those pants?
Closing.
Yeah, wear a pair of those pants. I think that would make me look good and clean.
Oh, I would not be friends with you if you wore those pants.
Even with that jacket, maybe that Connor was looking at, throw that on top, no shirt.
No, that's good.
With a bedazzled belt.
Yeah. I just might need to paint a red stripe in my hair too.
You already got that.
What's left of it?
God, it's a terrible look.
It's coming across his chest.
Look at this.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
Oh, and like the shoes too. You gotta like watch out, like who you're standing next to. Against them. Those are like spikes.
And Figgy is out because he just got stabbed in the leg
Yeah.
with 100 spikes.
So there was a jiu-jitsu card last night out here in Abu Dhabi, and it was called like AXP or something. I'd have to double check. But a ton of the Chad Mendez and Uriah Faber, who were just pictured, both had matches. They won.
Really?
Those are OG like Team Alpha Male MMA fighters, and one of the fourth generation Gracie nephew of Henzo competed. Enzo was out there saying, this is the future of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, and that we're 4 generations deep. And he, put a big claim out there that the Gracies are going to continue that rock the scene. They've been a family that brought it to the United States, but as you know, American Jiu-Jitsu is kind of taken over. It's been exposed to everybody all over the world, so it's kind of a new scene with people from Russia to America to Brazil, and it's anyone's game. But the Gracies definitely hold a big spot in everybody's mind. Officially, making it a breakout.
For sure, 100%.
And proven its dominance.
It's there. It's here because of them.
And there were some of the official dojo store people that you always hear about back in the day, where they'd go to karate schools or go to a boxing gym and be like, "Hey, let's just fight and see who wins." People must have lost their arms.
Yeah.
My brother Ryan that was telling us on the show how he went up there in New York, was training in
Yeah, he went up to Enzo's. Yeah, Ryan Hansen, who was on the show, he took like one jiu-jitsu class a couple of jiu-jitsu classes prior to coming to, when he was in New York, before coming to Watson's, or before he came to St. Louis. So he's from New York originally, moved back there for a little bit, and moved back to St. Louis. But when he was in there, he said he trained at Enzo's. He's blind in one eye. Yeah, so he's blind in one eye. This guy, he's a destroyer. I watched him.
He's a striker.
Yeah, so he's they call him a pirate.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's missing one eye. So he only fights over there essentially because he can't get sanctioned in the United States anywhere. None of the athletic commissions will let him fight in one eye.
But they claim they're going to bring him to America, so they must be looking into it.
Really? Have you guys seen any of this shit? The slap gym?
Yeah, the slap.
So there's a guy I went to high school with whose sister was married or was with Pat Wynn for a while. But yeah, he's on this. TJ Thomas.
Okay, he's the St. Louis guy.
Yeah, right from Oakville.
So I was actually doesn't reach us. We don't know about that. That's awesome.
Or TJ Thomas.
It's going up. I mean, Dana says these things get millions and millions of views.
Oh, sure.
And the pay's gone up each season. The stakes have gone up. Everything. That's what it takes. Just every year you got to get better.
Sits there and get fucking bitch slapped.
Well, he kind of said the reason for its success is because it just does so well on social media. You know, it's like these fast fucking 1 second clips of dudes just getting KO'd. I mean, it's like you watch, you know, I mean, how many fights have we watched so far where we've seen someone get knocked out cold? I mean, I don't think we've seen any so far on this main card, but like, you know, that's what we're wanting that so bad. But these are like, that's like almost like a guarantee that that's going to happen. You know?
I don't know. I just can't take watching someone slap someone serious. It's like,
yeah,
I don't think I'll ever watch it.
Yeah.
Just simply for the fact that even the clips I see, I just could care less about someone standing there taking a slap.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just too like in the know about true fighting. I've just seen people risk it all, and we have friends who have fought.
And like the damage that they're taking, plus most of them aren't really athletes other than they can throw a slap. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
but Dana said he's now going to like NCAA D1 programs. These football guys who are done, you know, they're done playing
big old
football.
linemen.
He's like, let's go. He's like, people are interested, and you know.
I'm like, you already got.
I guarantee it's not.
As well.
I guarantee it's not a 40-hour-a-week job. So.
It's kind of hard to practice though. You can't practice with
Yeah. How do you like? It's one thing to practice boxing, but how do you like? You're just slapping a bag. Like,
You got a good ex-wife. Notice I said X. No way you're keeping her out, slapping her like that.
You got to do the old what is it? What did he say? Heavyweight that just won. English guy. Oh, I can't think of his name. Aspinall. You know, what do you say? He dips his hands in petrol to make the hands harder.
Gypsy trick.
Yeah, old gypsy trick. Yeah.
But even Paige Van Zandt just did power slaps.
Yeah.
They're bringing in the cuties. They're bringing in the cuties.
I bet he dips his lips in there.
Dip your lips in the petrol. I don't even know what that shit is.
Toughest lips. Toughest. Have you seen the guy that catches? Have you guys seen the guy that catches the marshmallows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane Shane, dude.
Yeah, Insane Shane is like,
Dude, he's like
best
my
mouth on the internet.
Dude,
Best
that
mouth.
is.
The way he does like this sound, he goes, oh, he spits it up, and it's just absurd.
Dude, he does some crazy shit. You guys see the ones the other day where they do the no dodgeball or the undodgeball where they throw shit at each other,
No.
and they were like at first they were doing like footballs and stuff, like just basically they could stand there and get hit in the nuts, or they just cover their eyes, and so if you get hit in the face, you're like it's like X amount of points. If you get hit in the nuts, it's X amount of points. But they were doing it with marshmallows and a tennis racket, and they were doing it like on the side of the house, like right here. And they shattered that window
For the marshmallow.
No, it's honestly just like as insane as it is. I don't think I could catch as many things with my hands as you can catch with
No.
And 60 seconds later, he threw the other glove.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I don't know, I haven't fully decided. Makes it to the hall. Yeah, I'm not done. Yeah, I'm not done.
Yeah. Went back.
Like, let me get back home and think about it. It's like he
I
goes
know
in
that
the
walk from the
thinking
ring
no one's
hall
still
is-
recording. Yeah, I'm not retiring.
Well, I think it was the fact that the crowd there was cheering him on. You know, I feel like that was part of the reasons he didn't want to. You know, it's like he's standing there like looking to the crowd to basically make the decision for him. You know, of course everybody's gonna be there cheering for you, so it's like it's kind of hard to turn that down. You know, I don't know. Maybe that was
who
part
do
of it.
they hand to? Like, what do you want? Like, the question is what do you want out of this now? Like, is it just you just want to fight? Is it fun to train that hard, or want like 2 minutes in there to get choked out? Like,
It's also like what is Tony going to do? How else does he make money? You know, I don't think he's. I mean, to my knowledge, he doesn't have like businesses going. You know, he doesn't have like kind of and I think that's the case with a lot of his fighters. Is, you know, there's very few of them that set themselves up with kind of other things, because after this, it's like, what do? Do you go to coaching? Do you got to kind of have something that you're going to do. You know, it's like, what does he do? Retire and go work in the book? You know, I mean, he's got to figure out something that he's going to do, and I think once he figures that out, I think that would make that transition moving from fighting to that next thing.
Yeah, the other thing is people don't realize you make someone like Tony's making 6 figures a fight, but this is all before taxes. You know, just like a lot of us, we're not schooled on the art of taking care of our money, and we get this like short-term check, and next thing you know,
I'm sure these people have money managers and finance guys that have them set up as corporations or
You would hope.
LLCs.
but it's just
A lot of people don't.
not the case.
No.
So check out
It's
Connor
not
and Logan Financial Solutions.
Synergy, financial
Synergy.
No, I talked to Evan a lot about that type of stuff in the business, and a lot of them.
I was telling him that the other day.
A lot of them
dude,
just-
talk to Connor about that shit. Like getting an LLC set up or something where that's getting paid and you W-2 yourself out of it with full solo pay shit.
Evan and I have probably, we've been talking before about that stuff, but like I just talk about that industry in general. Even a lot of other sports, you get managers in most of these sports, and you get people who don't know shit about finance, who are negotiating contracts and how to get you paid. But getting paid versus investing in tax strategy is a completely different realm that most of these even managers know nothing about. And that's a problem.
I think the one, just because I was in it, but I think baseball does a really good job of that. You don't see too many baseball players, go broke after playing on some of these other sports. But like, I also know that retirement plans.
Not to bring like race or anything into this, but for baseball, like, would you say that's like across the board, even for those guys coming from Puerto Rico and all that?
Yeah, I mean,
because like I know like a lot of thing about baseball is you're doing college and you're doing some of these sports you skip that. If you do 1 year and you're gone.
A lot of those guys come from it.
Yeah.
So if they get that money, they're used to already living off the bill, so they can stretch that career. I mean, I was playing with guys in the minors. I mean, our paychecks weren't big. I mean, we're getting.
And they're probably taking care of family.
Yeah, they're sending money back home. I mean, the most I ever made playing minor league baseball was like $1,800 a month, and that was towards the end. I mean, early on, we made $11, $12, $1,300 a month. We're having to pay $500 a month for an apartment and clubhouse dues and all this stuff. I mean, it eats into it. But these guys are budgeting the money and living off of hundreds of dollars a month when they're sending the rest home so their families can live these great lives. And so once they do make it and they get there, and like playing for Major League Baseball is really good. And you hear guys talk like, get to 10 years of big league service time and they're fully invested in their financial or their retirement too. Meaning that you're going to get $270,000 a year for the rest of your life. Once you hit retirement age, you can elect to take it early, which is
but that's 10 years in the league,
right? Well, it's also you can get prorated based on quarters. You got to get 40 quarters to be fully vested.
Okay.
And so
you're saying the league continues to pay, or you're saying
right? Plus, they get special exemptions. So, like for a normal person, what is it, 20,000 that you can invest into a 401k with max contribution?
More now.
Yeah. So, but like Major League Baseball players get to invest more.
Well, he's talking to the council. These people are listening.
I didn't realize this dude's 6'2". This is the guy who just is such a crazy looking guy.
Yeah.
I want to be friends with him. I want to be friends with
Looks
him.
like a leprechaun.
He's terrifying.
Zach, why don't you prompt us for this?
Yeah, so he's so it's we are in the 446, 445, 444 of the first round between Nurmagomedov and Michael. God, good luck pronouncing that.
Alek Kazijok.
Yeah, he's a Polish guy fighting out of Poland. Sharbolov's coming off of two big wins.
This is a prospect fight.
For sure.
Big prospects.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for Charlotte to the top. I want like one eye.
Oh, big left hand.
No, do not lose.
Don't you?
No.
Get up.
Don't you die now.
That's my favorite jiu-jitsu video. Get up. He looks at his wife. Shut up.
Put him in a body bag.
Him being blind in one eye, you would think as he goes through and starts fighting more advanced fighters that they are going to just pick him apart.
Yeah.
Well, he lost his eye.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Apparently he had it happened in a Michael's fucking Bisman situation where he had the detached retina. And I think he had several surgeries trying to save the eye, and then eventually it just went, and he's just continuing to fight with it.
I do think though, I mean, you just spend so much time with one eye, you spy still sparring, But he's a striker
Yeah,
himself.
right. You're right. You get a guy that's
Yeah.
left hand dominant. I mean, it's still gonna be tough to see a left hand coming from.
Yeah, but Bisping didn't tell anyone. He was passing conditions and everything. And he said he would just, as soon as the eye exam and stuff, he would just try and make it as quick as possible. Be low key, just either like crack a joke right when they're doing it, just like always kind of just do something real quick just to get through that little section. But yeah.
Have you guys seen that documentary on him? It's out there.
No, I haven't. It's great.
I've heard it. I'm meaning to watch it.
I love this game.
So those Conor McGregor ones were really fun.
Yeah.
I liked his first one better. The new one I thought was great, but his first one on the come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like, because the new one was just more, I'm rich now, I live a great life. But the first one,
Coming up from that shitty apartment.
yeah, when he has an IRS check and he's moving the family.
I was just
in.
listening to an interview where he was like talking about how he like trained at night. He's like, for you people who like suck awake in the morning, he's like, obviously a different industry, but he's like, I miss the morning classes. He's like, but I was in there 1 o'clock in the morning, just visualizing, training hard,
Big left
just
hand.
imagining all of this.
Shara's wearing a lot of red marks on his chest and body. He's got a footprint on his side there. On his ribcage.
Damn, look at those guys.
I think it's all
bleeding.
blood.
Where did that blood come
Is that
from?
blood?
That's all blood.
Oh,
Like,
you're
covered
right.
in blood. These two. The
I don't think Shara-
guys leaking.
I don't think Shara's cut. I think it's the other guy.
Oh, it's the other guy. Yeah.
Look at his left,
You're right.
left temple, towards his left temple.
I don't know that bruise.
Dude, look at that. What just happened?
Left.
They're just wearing each other's gloves now.
I think they just showed the bottom left corner was an elbow. Shara threw as the guy stepped in.
We haven't had a super bloody fight in a while.
Spinning
Mackenzie,
back
they had like a bloody nose, and we were like, "This is getting bloody."
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's definitely a big shot right
Paint the mat, baby. Paint the mat.
I remember the first week I was at Watson's. I trained at another gym a couple of years, so I came to Watson's and I like shrimped out, and this dude's head was down, and I just split him straight across the forehead.
Oh, Junior.
Another white belt. I never saw this guy again. I felt so bad. I was like, I know that was like his one reason to quit, and I gave it to him. Like, cut him open, fight against stitches.
Shit, I forget who I was going with the very first time I rolled in fundamentals, but he kicked me in the face, took me in the armbar. Got a black eye.
Yeah. My black guy just went away.
That's what caused me to sign up at Revive. Was we went, obviously Zach and I were at Finney's together.
So
And you were at Finney's?
Yeah, fun fact, you have Finney's a little longer than me. I went to 3 different gyms. Some in my former town where I went to college, but signed up for a free lesson, showed up and did not get in the building. One time I went to Finney's and did like 2 lessons before I quit, and it was the first day Connor had come in, and he was coming from Colombia, and you were talking about how you trained with us, his brother, at Lennon,
Oh, yeah.
Caballo. But it was your first day back at Finney's. We actually had both of our first days at Finney's, but I had quit. Or like I just didn't cut, like, because I had never trained.
I don't remember much of.
It was like the classic, we meet that big bald guy and he walked us down, and then like, he has classic Ezra, gave us about 2 seconds of time, and he's like, just grab a partner. I think my first day he made me just shrimp by myself because there was like nobody else knew. Then I just shrimped by myself until sparring, and then I just got whooped.
Yeah,
And I spent the whole time just like shrimping against the wall.
What caused me to go to Revive was Ezra did a seminar at Revive.
When that's the one I went to.
Yeah.
I went there.
And
too.
then I went against Junior, and I came in hot. And I was in the blue belt
Are you
at the
known
time.
for coming in hot?
Well, yeah. But now I'm calmer now just because I'm older and slower. But I'm not like as quick as I used to be.
Says something.
I used to be faster then, like I'm still slower.
What are you,
And
like 36, 37?
huh?
Hey now.
But no, Junior cut my face open in our first match together, and I was bleeding. I had to stop because my face was bleeding. And then I signed up. I was like, well, this is a tough gym. I was like, I'm not like, if I can't handle this gym, like, you know what I mean? Like, for me, I want to join the toughest gym.
Yeah.
And like,
But you had
I
already
knew that
experienced gyms too.
Yeah, I had experience at other gyms, and I was like, I need a gym that's just tough. And, you know, they bring it, like Nick will always bring it, Junior always brings it, they don't give a shit what belt you are.
Yeah.
I love that about that place because I knew, you know, obviously you want to learn good jiu-jitsu, but at least you get tough to get into you there, you know, and I signed up immediately because that was my first time feeling like a gym was like, damn, okay, you know, like you guys don't like, and all the white belts were good too. That's one thing, I don't know how it is at Watson's, obviously equally talented people, but I'm always impressed by how talented the lower level belts are in our gym. It's just like, we got savage white belts right now, we got savage blue belts.
Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the same at Kyle's. Is they spend time with the white belts, and you know, even Heath Pettigo, those guys are known for it. Like, you invest in the white belts, turn in blue belts, and so on. But you have to invest in the white belts. Ooh, I know what our school does, which is a little different than a lot, is we have like a 3-month program that both Zach and I taught for some time. And that's just working on basics. Like, they don't have to worry about all these elite level guys beating them up right away. And they're just doing sweeps and traps and all that, and just getting used to the idea that jiu-jitsu is a game that you got to play. It's not just a brute force. Let's just run at the guy. At my first gym, I felt like that was the case.
Yeah.
We just sprawled and brawled. And yeah, it made me tough as nails, but the technique wasn't there. And I think all the tag team gyms is technique first.
Yeah.
And we just also have to be tough, but all of our coaches are teaching high level jiu-jitsu that works. And we don't, I think at all the gyms, like every time I visited Josh for 5, we're not doing foo-foo moves. We're not spending 20 minutes doing a move that was online one day. Like, we're doing hard-nosed quality jiu-jitsu.
High percentage, like, you know, stuff.
And that's what gets it done when it matters.
I think that's what makes the gyms even tiring sometimes, is like after work, some days where you know that there's only gonna be a high level technique. And so you know, higher level you get, the smaller room for error, you're like, oh shit, I have to be so technical this round. And if you start going to brute force,
Knock that shit out early then.
it doesn't,
You
you
go after
know,
work.
huh?
Go before work.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
At 6 a.m. crew.
Yeah.
That's what I love. Watson's has a 6 a.m. class I've never been to, but you'll go to like a team down open mat, and this guy was like, yeah, I've been under comp like 5 years. And I'm like, I'm here every day. I've never met you. He's like, oh, I come in at 6. I was like, that's crazy, man. We could be in the same building.
Right.
Yeah. And just never know.
It's like even like some of the lower level guys I've been really impressed by the technique that we've done. And then of course you get the people who are just trying to muscle the shit, and I'm like, dude, you have not made any progress in the last 30 minutes. Just stop hitting my ears, please. It's always white belts who are spat, and then they start bringing their knees in, and you get hit in the ear. Like I had a guy on our team who's so talented. Well, he's super athletic. He doesn't know jiu-jitsu yet. Yeah. He's super strong, and he's got probably 20, 30 pounds and some height on me. So he like, if I don't hold him down and keep the pressure, like I can see when you start to use that muscle, it doesn't work necessarily work too well, but it doesn't mean my face isn't getting like, I'm just trying to dig my head in and try to get back down. And
what's
I'm like, bro, please stop hitting my ears. So it's the white belts.
Yeah.
Always.
Michael with a single leg here. Oh, gets a body lock. Got some pin, gets the fence.
Yeah, I would love to make a 6 a.m. class at Revive. I live 35, 40 minutes away though, so like, for me to do that, I'm waking up at 3:30, 4 a.m. to go train jiu-jitsu. Never gonna happen. I feel like please don't touch me at 6 a.m.
I used to think that too. Like, I was like, man, I'd love to do morning class before work. Like my last job, we had concrete hours, so it started at 8. So I was like, oh, I do have some time in the morning. I was like, the way you end with sparring, sometimes I go sit in the car and like have a good 20-minute like thought about what just took place.
Wow.
I was like, I couldn't imagine doing that, and then I gotta go walk into work, and then I just got manhandled for about 30 minutes straight. So, because that's like what's cool about jiu-jitsu is like afterwards you kind of have like a reflection period, especially like just the deeper knowledge you get, or just how much art you put into it. Like it just makes you reflect. Or, someone was asking me why I was gonna like quit drinking and stuff like competitions. And this goes into training room too. Like when it's a mono sport, like it at least stays on your soul how you get manhandled. And it really pushes the ego, and most of us have been with it. We've all been submitted 100 times plus, but it's still that ego of like I want to get better. What was I thinking? Just doing that.
Well, and you think like, is there, after you lose, after you have a big loss or something, man, what could I have done? Or maybe if I didn't drink, or if I didn't do, that back a couple times, I wasn't so good on my diet, or whatever it was. You kind of like
You blame it.
for sure. It's there's definitely losses that I have that I'll think about something. God, damn, I forget to talk. All right, well, we're at the beginning of the third round here, 450, 449, 448. And, man, this has been a pretty back and forth fight. I mean, I have a hard time saying.
Let's pull up the stats real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Shara's winning just because he looks like he's done a little bit more damage. But, that could just be.
Well, that's crazy. On ESPN MMA, it says the first time Cheeto there was knocked down in his racing career.
Man.
Yeah. Even Sugar just had him on skates, but he never fell to the knee.
Right, because he has that knee, it sounded like he had a coconut with a baseball bat.
So some mid-fight stats real quick. We're less than 4 minutes, and the fight will be over. But yeah, Shara with 83 out of 164. And Michael at 63 out of 140. A little bit of 50 seconds of control time for Michael. Looks like it's really just been striking battle. The Chara's a bit flashier, so things are definitely going to be acknowledged with the crowd. Again, big cut on Michael's face. So that's a good one in his past 2 minutes.
Chara's been landing a lot of kicks.
Yeah, he's really good with his kicks.
I mean, tall he is too compared to this guy.
He's got that big beard too.
He's a middleweight, it's 185. They're every bit of 200 pounds.
Oh, for sure.
Some big lines.
They're between 200 and 215.
Oh,
wow, a big side kick to the face.
Looked like he's just side of range there, just pressed against his face.
Yeah. I think it was a little too close, honestly. Maybe you want to catch him at the end of the strike with that, don't you? I mean, it's been just striking at you too.
Charles looks in better shape and condition too. He doesn't look like he's too tired right now. He's still not on a good day.
He's still bouncing around. Yeah, Michael's throwing kind of looping shots. He definitely looks a little more flat-footed. He's really getting this clinch here. He's tight clinch. He'll lock you up and start throwing knees.
3 knees up the middle, followed by a roundhouse.
Yeah, he's bad man.
Question mark.
Yeah.
The roundhouse is a spin, right?
Question marks versus like you're going like a front.
Yeah, I know that, but the roundhouse is a spin, right?
Yeah, just like a normal round kick.
Okay.
But yeah, we got a body lock. He brings Shar to the turtle position. Char comes to the wall using the cage to get up, wall walking. Mike's still got the underhook though.
Still trying to get back down. Char staying on his feet.
Yeah, we got him kind of more than like front headlock position, controlling some wrists, pinned it against the cage. And we're about a minute and a half left in the third round of this coming.
When you got that thing done at the end of round 2, it looked like if given time, they're trying to pursue a submission. It doesn't seem like He's gonna be able to get a
I mean, I think Shar. I mean, as of right now, I would say Shar is definitely going to win the fight. But I wonder what they do because
we have commentated pretty low, but right now they just said unless this Michael guy's going for submission, he should really send it back.
yeah, he needs to win the knockout.
So that sounds like a commentator. Agreeing towards Shar.
He shoots for takedown.
Oh,
And I run the pipe, puts him to his butt, ends up in the closed guard position here. Open guard.
You know, that bruise on his right leg.
Kind of like an issue.
Nothing was crazy over there. They Dominic Reyes
Footprint.
versus I think it was John Dodgers. It was like side kick, just on the side. Right, one kick. The entire side. It was just a giant bruise.
It's a footprint on his rib cage.
Yeah, he's just getting charging some good elbows from
Bob, yeah, close guard here. He's dangerous. I don't think we really seen him grapple much. I don't think.
no. He hasn't even tried.
Waiting for the double. Sure, won that. But yeah, I wonder what they do with him next. You know, I mean, it's like he's so limited if he can only fight over in Abu Dhabi or overseas, really. You know, it's like they only do so many events.
Oh shit.
crispy crust toppings all the way to the edge, and I didn't have.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I was watching that.
I'm ready.
Is Reyes still fight?
Yeah, he's
just
fighting.
He just had a win like a month or two ago.
What's he ranked right
Light heavyweight's pretty open though.
Yeah,
I mean, those big divisions, man. Those title guys only, like, I think it's always like one or two title wins.
yeah, they don't stick around for long. Yeah, because it's like anybody in that division. It's just like they're swinging hammers around. It's like somebody's bound to get clipped.
now? Francis left at the right time.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's also like now that Pereira or Tejeda is the champ over there, man. It's like who's gonna suck? I mean, I think they really need to get like a strong wrestler in there. I just listened to that Rogan episode with Khalil Roundtree. That would be a fun fight. Khalil and Tejeda.
Yeah.
That would be an awesome fight. I really like watching Khalil Roundtree fight. He's got that awesome Muay Thai style. And he's just he's a fun guy to watch.
And it passed by Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go sports bar. All
Look
right,
at the left.
time for decision. It's Chris.
Yeah, me
Ladies and gentlemen,
He does.
after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision and still
undefeated Shara Bullet.
I'm here with Shara Bullet. Shara Bullet, right here.
And you know you got a
You took this fight on 3 weeks notice. Why was it so important?
Arabic first name and then your Russian last name. You're just generally gonna be a bad one. You know? Like all these, it just seems like all these guys that come out of that part of the world are just so tough.
This is very
We already got Dylan Danis calling that shot.
Oh boy.
I forgot that he's still alive.
It's sad he can't get no promotion side.
I mean,
Does McGregor still hang out with them and they're cool with them, or did they?
When they're stateside, but McGregor's
He's an
on
Ireland.
a yacht.
he's on a yacht somewhere.
But no,
He's not inviting Danis to that yacht party. He's like, hey,
It's a bad
you still
look.
love me, right?
It's a bad look. I feel like he's hanging on that counter shit that he's made his whole.
well, he should just start fighting. And he needs to shut up, take a Dana White Contender Series. He's pretty, I mean, he's a sick grappler. He should win, he'll win, get a fight, and then you're good.
Because he's only had 1 or 2 MMA fights,
But
right?
in the UFC, Dana, you gotta win. And that boxing match, he looked like shit, and all he does is been starting public brawls. And I just know that, like, you think that's like great promotion, but they decided that they don't want people to start like physical conflicts outside of the ring.
It's like you get paid to be.
People think they love and kind of threw a dolly in a bus and all that, and sure they used it, but like so much follows that. You know, like that is not we got the video, and that's it. Like, lawyers, athletic commissions, like all that get called. Dylan's been doing that on those, small promotions, but all those small promotions are one-off. They're not. They don't have.
Thriller didn't stick around.
Yeah, all those. They actually know.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, what have you seen a Thriller boxing match?
No, they did get rid of that.
You know?
Are they're like, yeah.
I mean, I guess all the Jake Paul fights are on season.
So, yeah, but those are just distributors. Those are not promotions. So, Jake Paul does his own VP promotion. He's got that Nikisa guy, who's a former UFC guy. But the thing is, the UFC is building like a league. They have the PIs. I know Evan talks about going down to Vegas now that like, he gets free access to all the recovery, nutrition, doctors, all that at the PI. That's just if you're there. They do. I think they do stuff like for fighters that can't get there, like they do send and stuff. But you're not. All that stuff with PI is free. They're building that in China, Mexico, all over. They're building these PIs. So, they're building a lasting sport that there's money going into the sport. Where boxing, you're even hearing that like Nate Diaz didn't get paid against his basketball fight. And he was promised $10 million, he got $1 million. They're like, all right, let's wait it out. But it's like they throw these numbers around. But,
well, I think part of it.
You're not working with trustworthy businessmen. You never know.
I mean, I think part of that maybe has to do with these pay-per-view models, like where you have to think how many people stream this shit now, because it's like if they're promising these fighters $10 million, I think they're anticipating that maybe some of that money's coming from these, like the money from the pay-per-views, but I feel like, I know so many people that just stream these fights, as all these pay-per-views like these.
Shout out to streamies.
Yeah.
Have you guys been?
No, you know. But that could be part of it. I don't know. I have no insight into their business, but that would make sense to me if they were, if they were expecting to make X amount of dollars on pay-per-view points or pay-per-view points, but pay-per-view revenue.
For now, they're keeping it, but the ESPN deal is up next year. Leagues like the NBA and stuff are on multiple platforms. Now, the difference is they offer triple the amount of events. There's basketball 3 nights a week. I don't even watch basketball, but I was just reading this article. But the UFC recognizes that the pay-per-view model is not always, well. So, the streaming thing, the subscription-based, and that's like all these business guys that are creating these businesses, like even like a gym where it's a monthly subscription, you're guaranteeing money, it's a better motto than even like I was in the dog washing industry for a while. Some people now offer a subscription. You're not, instead of like worrying and trying to get people to come in every 3 months, like how about you just sign up for a subscription and hopefully you just forget about it and you pay us. But if you do, we love the service,
Right.
But it is a great motto. You get people to just throw it on the credit card, make it a monthly due. Otherwise, some of those guys probably just buy one fight a year, and now they're 12 months subscribed. It's in their face every day. It just helps. So, the pay-per-view will go away. Illegal streaming is just too easy. And they'd rather have why not get rid of it? They'd rather just have 3 million live viewers. Sure, they can get $100 each, but they all pay their $10 a month, and they're sticking around, and I'm sure that goes up. I think it's even more now. Oh, this is the main.
Yeah, main event right now, guys. So we got a big fight here. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Corey Sandhagen. This is Umar's 6th fight in UFC. He's kind of looked like a world beater against all of his former opponents. This guy, if you guys watch him fight, he really speaking of sharp bullet front kicks, he's got kind of a similar style. He throws that southpaw stance typically. He throws that front leg like a jack. But again, he's going against Corey here. And Corey is, I mean, honestly, I think he might be the most technical person in 135. He's really spectacular. I mean, especially the way he's timed his takedowns in the last couple fights. I mean, he definitely like goes into every fight with a strategy. He's fighting out of Colorado, so he's training at elevation.
Yeah, new coach, new team.
Yeah.
Trevor Whitman, who's coached multiple champions, Justin Gaethje, Carlos Smith, Rose Rodriguez. And as a specialist coach, he's not part of a team that's like, we got 20 guys getting ready. This is focused training. This is high level coaching that wins you these special fights. It looks like, I mean, it could be a scar, but
17
growth on
7 wins.
Umar's right shoulder.
Oh yeah, you see those. Yeah, you're right.
It could just be scarring. You know, everyone's got different lumps and bumps, but staph is prevalent in these big weight cuts and hard training.
Yeah. Well, and Umar's missed. He's missed weight in 5 out of his last 10 fights. So you know,
Has he missed weight, or he's the fights? The fight. I don't think he's missed weight, but the fights have 5 out of 10 fights have been
canceled. But I think
some missed weight.
I think some of them were missed weight. But he looks really big for 35. Like, I mean, he's pretty jacked.
How's he related to the
Cousin. Yeah, Khabib's in his corner. Yeah, this should be a great fight.
And
Yeah,
then
Sandman.
Islamic is it related?
Islam's just different neighborhood. Same with Hasbulla. Hasbulla grew up next down with those guys.
Did he
So
really?
they knew Hasbulla just from the neighborhood. He's younger, I believe, but Hasbulla isn't a kid, obviously.
Well, yeah. That's why I always love the videos of
Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson picked him up like he was a top.
I don't think I'll let him know now. Just so you know, this is not a child. He's a grown man. Well, not grown, but grown.
He's grown for him. And I really
How
like watching Corey
Bruce
fight.
hasn't been. He's kind of been a little silent these days.
Yeah, I think they found some sketchy stuff.
Did they? Well, you know, rob us to work.
No, I think he just said like, laying low for a little bit.
I don't know how much lower you can lay.
Umar is favored in
He
this
can hide really
fight.
well.
Umar is favored in this fight. So, you know, this is going to be a good one. Nick, who do you got here?
I think Corey, dude. I think Corey's dialed in. He knows. I think it's anyone's game in terms of a knockout here. I think both of them are capable of dropping either opponent. But Corey's experienced, and I know he's in their corner is really smart as well. And Umar are very game plan based. But Corey's a real deal. He's special athlete.
Yeah,
I remember Umar's in the loss.
Umar is undefeated. He's got, so this is his 6th fight.
But Corey's losses are to like former years.
Yeah, he's lost to Aljo. He's lost.
Umar hasn't had those. And
Peter
he's lost to
Young.
Aljo as a quick sub.
Peter Young, Dillashaw, and Aljo.
Everyone thought he won the Dillashaw fight.
Right, I watched that one last night. I thought it happened. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember the Peter Young fight.
All right, let's go.
I think it was back and forth.
It was a decision, but not a.
Yeah, I think it was just a
It was a
classic
unanimous
scrap.
decision. Yeah.
I don't know that he got
All right, Corey's coming off 3 wins. Umar's undefeated. You know, his last everybody he's fought in the UFC was undefeated. Coming off a unanimous decision against Baxat.
We just had 10 million Russians, but Umar's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, Umar's the man over in Russia. That last name, I think that makes you pretty popular over there. Man. So like they say Khabib's like Brad Pitt over there.
They have like their version of Brad Pitt movie out there, and Khabib fills in.
I saw a thing that like I guess they were gonna announce.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith Khabib addiction.
Yeah.
Does I guess is the U.S. getting another Olympics? I saw this article where they're gonna have like Tom Cruise like drop in on a plane. I was like, how do we always make these guys like our representation. I'm like, we don't need Tom Cruise coming up.
Well, have you guys heard about the enhanced games?
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna be sick. So it's supposedly like they're doing their own version of the Olympics where you can take whatever you want, like steroid, like performance enhancing.
But it's not as big as the Olympics, so it's only going to be certain events.
Yeah,
You know,
they're
it's
doing
not
like
you're having
5
a full
events.
NBA team juiced out of it.
Well, no, yeah, I listened to that episode on Rogan. So they're doing like 5 events. They're doing like track and field. They're doing, I think he said they're doing boxing. I think they're
Ping pong.
I think they said they're doing like boxing and wrestling.
Ping pong balls going
They're only-
100 miles an hour.
They're only doing a certain amount
Yeah,
of
like special eyes.
weightlifting. I think weightlifting's one of them. I mean,
So all the guys who went to that event, they ever went back to Olympics, like, so we just saw you were in the vets.
Right.
I've never taken anything before.
These are
That
probably
was
all
an
guys
extra
that
role.
should be in the Olympics that aren't because they.
It's the team of people who got DQ'd.
well, it's that. It's going to be like older athletes too. You know, like I think people that they thought that they were kind of past their prime, but
Masters won.
Yeah. they end up getting juiced to the tits and they're feeling like they're 25 years old again.
Big fight, big fight.
Yeah, here we go.
Rampant.
Yeah, Corey looks fucking dialed in, dude.
I wouldn't be surprised if it happened.
Yeah, Corey's kind of known for doing some flashy shit. You know, he does that flying knee, he does some spinny shit, but
You gotta be careful with your takedowns, but I think Umar's gonna bang it. His
yeah.
first round's not gonna be able to shoot with the leg.
Yeah, I mean, I think Umar seems to be more of a striker. I mean, the way he throws kicks around. I mean, if Corey wanted to take it down, I mean, I wouldn't say he's a fantastic wrestler by any means, but boy, does he times his shit so well. And I can speak on one aspect of wrestling that I would, think that is just extremely important. It's just how you set up your takedowns. And most of that is
Oh
timing.
boy.
So it's this is going to be a great fight. So we're about to start here.
They're both downs, that's for sure. They clearly have both taken some neuro.
All right, boys. Right, boys. All right, it's starting. 4:57, 4:56, 4:55 of the first round of this main event. Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov.
I'd say it's been a pretty even match so far.
Yeah, all 15 seconds.
Neither man has blinked. Corey attacking the legs.
Yeah, Umar, he's out of that southpaw stance. He throws that right leg like it's a jab.
Yeah.
Lots of front kicks. He stabs it out there. Oh, Umar going for a single leg right away. Drops forward with his butt. Oh, getting behind him here. Got 2 hooks in. Whoop, and Corey
That's how you know
Corey
he's
gets
in
him
there.
off. Circles
Tired.
out. All right.
One failed attempt.
Yeah, there we go.
It's good for Corey. Corey did get strangled by Aljo in 30 seconds of their fight back in the day, so it's good for Corey to stop that. I mean,
Prime commentary.
unlike Tony 8 in a row. He's lost.
Sandhagen's gonna have to pick up on the fact that Nurmagomedov reaches up.
So it's good that he didn't jump that far.
This one's really mixing it, Umar's really mixing it up, dropping low.
I'm calling it now, flying knee from Kumar.
You never see a great back kick.
Great corners.
Seems like a mountain range or something.
That's my thing with overly busy tattoos like that. It's like you can't see if it's taking too much time.
Absolutely doing a good job of reaching, trying to get to the angle. Nurmagomedov has got much space on the single leg. He's got to make the decision here.
Umar's got Corey single leg here.
But middle of the cage.
Middle of the
Tough to
cage.
finish those.
Sandhagen doing a beautiful job to take there.
And Corey connects.
You're saying this is his first rank in
Yeah, he did beat this guy, I guess he was ranked number 10. But he has not. That guy didn't have a name upset. Like he has not fought. Where Corey probably had 6 to 7 fights of all title contenders or title holders.
Yeah, this is like Umar's first big name.
Yeah.
Like this is the first fight he's had in the UFC. It's someone who people know. Corey's been the headliner for at least 4 months, I would say. 3 or 4.
If not, just big fights.
For sure.
He's only been in big fights in the last few years.
Yeah, I mean he's been sitting at the top of the Kangaroo division for at least 2 years. I mean, it's really like
What was that?
they say the.
Did you get a ball?
No, that was a shot. He just changed levels like that.
I mean, this fight kind of is. I mean, this is pretty much who fights next for the title, really. So this, I think whoever wins this fights the winner of Sugar and that.
This is a 5-pounder. This is good though. I mean, I'm trying to put it in tomorrow. Sandhagen's defended a few of the single legs. High pace.
Yeah.
First round and sprawl.
These 3 takedown kind of fights are at this point.
Yep.
Boy switches stances constantly.
I think he wants to go to that knee and just reach it.
Yeah, he only throws that knee out of the orthodox stance. That's one thing I did notice. But that knee, when he throws it, is crazy. Man, the way
It's a great fight though. I mean, Umar is talented. He's not much everything he's done is precise, fast.
Well, big takedown by Umar. Beautifully timed. Right is. And Corey does a good job of scrambling out of these back attempts, like these back kicks. That's one thing you have to do.
3-6.
Nope. Ooh, he's got it on the truck. He's gonna go for a twister. Look at him, he's controlling that arm.
2 seconds. Knee bar.
Corey's got a knee bar right there.
Bar.
Corey's got a knee bar right there.
Still my favorite. No knee bars.
Like, you can't do fucking knee bars? There's this like YouTube video of this guy getting disqualified from the UFC tournament because he did a knee bar and then spoke you were like it's not part of his whole set and we're allowed to do that. And he stands up, what, you can't do fucking knee bars?
And he throws it. He's got like a leg.
Yeah,
he
he's
just
like,
throws it.
You can't do fucking knee bars?
Some of the like jiu-jitsu tension videos, like people.
Oh, my favorites are the guys like wide for you. And it's like, get up or sweep it, and he just stops in the middle of the match. He goes, "Shut up, Ashley."
Ashley, shut up.
I still think my favorite competition moment was the three I accidentally knocked out when I like suplexed him down and the way his head bounced off the mat and hit me in the head, and then like knocked him out. And it went
Why did
from,
you
like,
accidentally put that in air quotes? You did it.
Well, I didn't mean to. I just like, I just wanted to like throw him to the ground. I don't like, you don't do jiu-jitsu knock people out. That was like a freak accident. His mom was like, whatever the kid's name was, like, Johnny, like, no. And then Amanda, was sitting in the corner just like, looking and just like,
Time doing time.
like, we look like, come on, dude. And I was like so scared of getting DQ'd, and they're like, you win. I was like, oh, it's not DQ? Cool.
Umar's on a single again.
Yeah, we're at
Right back to
435 of the.
Clearly, Umar is playing in the grapples. He wants to win. Be a grappler. I think Corey did look better on the feet. I mean, Umar still throws dangerous shots, but Umar wants to take his time.
Yeah, we're at 414, 413, 412 of the second
Nice
round.
again.
And dude, Corey's takedown offense is on point here. Right? Every time Umar does that, he gets to the cage, uses that cage to peel him off.
Oh, big left hand. I think it ran by Corey. Yeah, I do think Corey needs to get some muscle for these shots with it, maybe some respect. what will be interesting is like, because I feel like we'll have to check the stats, but I feel like Corey's landed more shots. And Umar hasn't had any sub attempts, but he just take down a hook and then stands up. So it can be tough to judge. He's looking a bit pick up all those picks. This is a great fight.
Yeah, it is. You guys are sweating. All right, so we're at, they're exactly 26 and 26 with 12 strikes, 12 significant strikes. Oh wait, no, that's 12 strikes. Significant strikes, Corey, 21 to 49, and Umar is 29 to 56.
Oh. So Umar is winning the striking.
Yes.
He is reaching for that leg every time. Inside kick, outside kick.
Umar's had 5 takedown attempts, 1 for 5. Here they gave him 1.
I always love when they catch that kick and then go back. It's so.
He's a very smart guy. Especially something like that. You start to see your opponent reaching for that leg to try to use it for a takedown. They just get nervous.
Yeah, that can set up a head kick and reaching for those low kicks.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he's going for the takedown, not catching the kick.
Yeah, if you're holding the leg, you're not protecting your face.
And Corey's definitely been pressure. Corey's always been on the lead, but chasing him down.
Middle of the octagon. Control the center.
It's like Corey's cut.
Corey playing out of the right eye.
Fire.
Ooh, big left hand by Corey. Nice left
He's
hook.
been getting that left hook.
Since we last saw Corey Sandhagen, every decision that he's made has been met with a question: what makes me a world champion?
Corey is the longer fighter for sure. Something that we're just the way he uses that teeth, they're just like stabbing it right out there. Good leg kick landed by Corey there.
His wrestling and grappling in that fight was so high level.
Yeah, it's we're saying that as many significant strikes as all other UFC opponents combined.
No, all of Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all grapple. Oh, there we go. Off a kick.
Ooh, that's-
Umar drug him to the ground. That's an interesting way to take someone down.
That's actually kind of how I take that.
Dude, look, he's going to.
Well, it's good when you're only open.
He's like going to that truck position. Controlling that wrist. Trying to take his back. And
Be careful.
Corey does a great job of peeling that hook off.
Who's
First
fixed?
fixed
Who's
position.
fixed is not
That's
good.
not good in MMA.
Oh,
Good. That kind of in that side ride, Corey's back up to his feet.
get that one first. It's good as well.
Ooh, Umar with that trip. Corey slips out.
Bad.
Doesn't look good on that knee.
Yeah. So these were bad, right?
Yeah.
This is high level.
Yeah, this is a hell of a fight for this.
Umar
Thank you, Daddy Dana, for putting on such a great card.
Umar was unfazed.
Yeah, 2 rounds in, 5-round fight. This was
Everything's okay.
a great fight.
Just use your hands. Just believe your punch in your hand.
Believe you're the eagle. Believe you are the eagle.
I mean, I guess Umar would be up.
I think with the takedowns is where he's putting them above on these rounds.
Well, but he's also leading on strikes.
He is leading on strikes. He's 2 for. He's leading. He's up 34 to 29 on
Is there any way
strikes.
that Corey's leading right now at all?
More leg kicks. More leg kicks.
They have like 5 significant strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far this is Umar's final.
I would say so too.
Yeah, unless Corey does something significant, I know Umar's not gonna get tired, he doesn't want to face at all. I think it's just gonna be more of this, and then Umar wins from more
Corey needs to land a big shot.
Yeah,
Corey
exactly.
needs to get some big respect back.
Needs to land like one of these big jumping knees or one of these spinning kind of attacks to the
Which even then, I've never seen that Nurmagomedov get knocked out.
This is true.
And like, when have they ever been like really that phase? Ever? None of them. They're just like, we got hit as children. Yeah, keep going.
They beat us, we let it fight.
They did power slap the Bears.
Well, it said in the fourth to the rest of the band.
I still remember the hype before McGregor was. Like I remember, like in my head, I was like, "There's a chance." At that point, that was still the longest anyone had gone with Khabib.
Right.
You know, I saw like that was the longest stagnant.
So I think he's stuck him in the third.
Yeah. Everyone else got murked in the first, like pretty quickly and was submitted. But I never really. Yeah, and it's kind of funny to see that he survived against Khabib for 3 rounds.
Well, technically, McGregor is one of the few.
Yeah.
On the judges' scorecard, even though.
But even then, the fact that was once McGregor now versus like, yeah. McGregor has by far the most outrageous.
But you know that was his first. That was his first fight camp as an alcoholic. He is open about it. He was drinking every night, and he was super rich by then because he'd done the Floyd Mayweather fight, and he said these fights were so dark. He would be sparring sessions. He'd just pay for these guys to come in, and he would just be like midnight hours. Just like he'd come in up, just being an idiot, and just like what the fuck is that?
Well, I still love when the whole Chandler, like that one video right before the fight that was supposed to happen, of him partying at the club with his wife. And like him
He
just
pushed
being like,
his
head down.
wife's head
And
down.
everyone's like, I'm like, his head's not in it. I love the people defending it. Like, maybe
Well,
he's
4
sober.
days before,
Maybe
he's like,
he's
I've been
sober,
for
and this
3
is
weeks.
like his tactic. And then like come to find, he's like, yeah, I haven't been taking it serious enough. It's like, dude, you gotta stop trying to fight. You need to check into rehab, dude. You need to.
He was like talking about his like Irish forward or whatever, and he's like looking at it with crazy eyes. And he's like, I haven't had a drink in 3 weeks, and we're like, dude, that shouldn't be like. He literally looked at this thing like, I want to regret this so bad.
He posted like,
And then 3 days later, he's partying.
raging. Chandler's like, we're gonna fight one day. McGregor's like selling shit all the time. Marketing genius. And half of it's just in this Versace underwear on the belt, being like doing
The
close
European.
up like shit where he's just
Like,
You see that he just got banned for 2 years?
really?
Yeah.
wow.
He's always had a lot of records. I mean, like
Right.
records, but I mean,
Dude, at his level, you're at a point now where you don't need to drive.
I think he's doing it just for the adrenaline.
but he still would have died.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
He got fast.
He's just gonna buy a racetrack. He's gonna be this fun stick guard.
Ooh, that's that fucking head kick right there.
Corey needs a knockout.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, Marsh definitely won this third round, I think.
Corey's
I mean,
two. And,
yeah, if Corey came out and dominated the next two, I could maybe see somehow he wins it.
Right, but I mean, Umar's just so composed.
Yeah, he's not tired at all.
No,
I mean, he's tired, but he's not.
he's controlling
But
tempo.
Umar for sure has not fought a fight. So
And interesting to see what happens in his last two.
10 minutes is a lot of fighting. It takes 10 seconds to get tired and you get
Right.
woke up on. That was always McGregor. He looked so good, and then all of a sudden, like within a 15-second time span, like, oh my god, McGregor's about to die. Like, it went downhill so fast.
And when it starts happening, everyone's like, oh, not again. Oh, McGregor, come on.
He starts thinking about it in history.
There's so many things, slight crazy moments in McGregor's career that if it went slightly different, his whole life would be different. Like his first big win at the very end. Who did he fight against? His first early big win.
Mendez, all the
Mendez. It was the 5th round, right, when he was losing it, and then he gets knocked out.
Yeah.
That, like, if that didn't happen, who knows what would happen, you know?
But that was sick because that was like the first wrestling Chad had. Sounds like American wrestling. And he took that fight on like 1 or 2 weeks notice all day. And Connor just came out, David told him, he was like, just tell these guys when to walk away.
Oh my God.
And then they brought Chad Mendez, who was like a freak. Like, go watch Chad Mendez versus Paul Mendez. It was sick, just slaying the bang, classic old school UFC. They're just giving hell.
Logos on the shorts.
Yeah.
Chad Mendez is a motherfucker. He's a hell of he's like all on like bow hunting and stuff. Right?
Yeah, he just won again last night at this.
Oh, yeah, does it bare knuckle?
No, they just did this grappling event. I didn't even know Uriah Chad won.
All those Team Alpha guys are just
All those. The one thing is they might have mentioned it comes
What they come out saying right? The Olympic wrestler, heavyweight, who was going to go to the WWE, and then he decided to go to football. What I'm talking about? Gable.
Stevens.
I'm like so curious. He was going to go to WWE, didn't work out for him really, and now he's going to go to like what team is he going to go play for?
I don't know. I asked my football friends about that, and they said where someone's good. He's not even that big.
And he's never put on. He goes. My first time put on.
He's never
played.
He's like 6'2", 260, but he's a freak, like wrestler. Like
One of the greatest.
Can do like backflips like it's nothing. He's a freak.
But yeah, I mean it's such a different sport. They're thinking of putting. I think they're gonna make him a lineman of some sort because he's an Olympic level wrestler. I think he's Olympic. Yeah.
Yeah, Olympic football.
Yeah, and obviously I get wrestling, but like the difference of wrestling someone versus just charging and hitting someone.
6'1", 265. 6'1", 265.
Yeah, those are. I
don't defensive end for the Bills.
I don't know.
I'm so interested
Yeah,
to
makes
see how
sense.
it
Yeah,
performs.
would be.
Yeah, I would think he's like a
He's
freak
just
athlete.
swimming by people.
Wait.
Small.
You got to think, guys. Like I think that if he's gonna go somewhere where he's gonna make the most money possible, and that's the one. And it's like if that doesn't work out, I feel like he could always fall back on it. And that's what you see a lot of these guys do. Is
It would be so sick if he was a rusher and he's just doing duck unders and arm drags, or just like fireman's carry and then just go straight at the QB. That would be electric.
Just ankle picks the offensive tackle.
They're expecting him to go like right charge right in.
Or like you think snap downs, all those guys are sick.
For sure. Yeah, snap down, ankle pick.
Corey still looks great, but he's the
Yeah, definitely.
in terms of judges. But he looks sick, dude, defending these takedowns.
Yeah. He doesn't look better anymore. It's just implementing his game more. As well more.
Yeah, but I was gonna say earlier when he got it's been like a lot of singles and punches, like just 1, 2 years.
Oh, you know what else we got tonight, boys? Is the Joe Rogan live Netflix special.
Oh, that comes out tonight?
Yeah, it's live on Netflix tonight.
It's live. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm
So fitting for this era.
definitely going to be watching tonight. That'll be exciting.
Where's it taking place?
In Texas.
At the mothership.
I don't think I think it's at an arena. I can't remember where, but I'm pretty sure it's like a big ass arena.
That's the one of my favorite stand-ups I've seen live. He was just live as a pastor.
What? Is there a pro sport? Where are the Rangers?
Well, I know there's an MLS team, and I know the college.
There's MLS.
I know the.
Well, yeah, UT. But where are the Rangers?
Arlington.
So yeah, they might just be at like the Texas.
Kevin Hart.
But yeah, dude, UT enough can run a tap. UT's huge.
Yeah, for sure. So maybe it's there.
But that doesn't. I haven't been to a St. Louis game, believe it or not.
Yeah, but it's they're so fun.
Well, it's like a second team.
Interesting. And they're playing this out of the city.
Yeah, I've been to 2 city games, and they're a lot of fun. I mean, it's like they're really sitting in big time. Everybody's going, especially like there's like that inside. It's like
I just seems to go too late on towards the other rounds.
Lamar's on Corey's back.
You're talking about the money, but these are like fighting tactics. Like get down plus 2 seconds, it looks like he won. It's like kind of like a classic.
Yeah.
Steal around.
Still around to take down the guns.
But I mean, shit,
He's definitely in the fight for sure.
Yeah, after this.
I mean, I would say
it's almost like Lumar's like 2 last year.
At least 3.
Yeah, Corey's got to come out here and finish him in this last round if he wants to win this fight.
It's almost
He knows it too. He's just like, fuck!
I think he's going to bring it. He's the type of guy to bring it. But it's almost like Lumar's like too flashy on his ground game. Like he's like transitioning so many times where like the beat just sucks the life out of it. It's like in these like transitions and crazy tactics, it's like a little bit looser TikTok.
Yeah. He's not really going in for doubles and singles. He's basically like catching Corey's kicks, throwing it to the side, and taking it back with like a body on it. I really like Corey. I've listened to him a lot of podcasts.
That's Usman right there, right about his head.
Okay, to the left. So he's
Wait, Islam won. Usman was the one that jumped the cage and was like in a hoodie. It was just like hot. It was pretty sick. He just like, as soon as Islam choked out all man, Usman Nurmagomedov just run and jumps the cage, offset the crap. So it was a laughing title. These are always so fun to meet people with the title.
Corey looks like he's coming out on a mission here. He needs to.
Well, Pat, this will be our longest podcast by far.
Absolutely.
I know, 1.4 fights and that's oh my god.
Yeah, but it's crazy. You know, I mean, there's been some times where there's been some drama.
Tony Ferguson could only give us 30 seconds.
Right.
Sure. I love you, Tony.
Don't ever retire. And I not say
This guy owns it. It's great.
All right, Corey's bouncing around. He knows he's got to finish it to win.
It's so hard. It's so easy.
I think he's going to go here.
And that guy's trying to punch you in the face.
Oh, no, sir.
Sometimes I go over 100%.
I love that always 3-1, 3-1 for Lamar, be 2-2. Whenever I say 2-2, it's like, bro, there's no way.
I know, but with MMA judges,
It's either 4-0 or 3-1.
Corey shooting takedown Newman. Ooh. Corey hasn't tried to take him down once. Yeah. Well, I mean, have you ever seen Lamar from that? Yeah, something tells me it's just going to be really hard to take down.
something tells me it could be even as long as on his back. That's obvious.
Yeah.
He has no idea what he's doing. First time ever.
They're always all on time. You go to the Nurmagomedov gym, everyone's on time.
Yeah, there's not a bottom player.
They're both on time.
They're like, they're just whispering each other the whole time. Like, who's he go down? None of us.
I still think punches bunches would help.
Yeah.
Still got a lot of kicks and 1-2s.
I think Corey needs to throw in some combinations here and really get more back on it.
Yeah, I was saying, Lamar's kind of walking his back.
You know, one thing I feel like you normally see Corey do is he's like normally trying to he's doing it a lot more now. He's a lot more movement where he's like trying to create angles. Whereas this fight, I feel like he's kind of getting thrown toe on him. This whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Oh wow, that was pretty.
he's the threat of the takedown been so heavy.
Yeah, he's getting off track. Lamar just he likes getting behind you and just pulling you straight to your butt.
Yep, that's his move.
You should tell him.
Yeah, it's there.
What's up?
Triangle. Oh. Damn. Right. Look, man, they're 5 rounds in.
Sugar. Let's go.
Sugar.
I know Sugar's watching right now.
Well,
Umar's definitely a fucking threat.
for sure. I mean, it'd be.
Hey guys, we got Marab. This is a Marab Umar fight. Y'all are acting like Marab didn't just carry Saludo across the octagon.
Marab got dropped.
You know what? If I watch, if Marab wins and there's a clip of Marab carrying Sugar around, I'm gonna send that to you guys every month for the rest of the year. Every week, you're gonna get a video.
Oh, we know who we're
I will
not
get a
fighting.
shirt made. Marab carrying Sugar and get shit to you guys.
There's been too many toxic.
One for both of your kids.
Jerseys.
Creating like baby jerseys.
We know who we're not inviting to the Sugar Marab fight companion.
Oh, I'm gonna be if Marab wins, I'm gonna be so obnoxious about it.
I know you are.
I hope it's devastating too. I got nothing to lose after that fight. Look at that flexibility.
Yeah, we're positioned. Now we got on the top half guard
That's
situation.
probably not crap, but they didn't talk about it. No. That's the advanced one. It's supposed to be one of those lots of blue stripes.
They called it crop cover, right?
Those are this week.
That's a move.
Oh, I heard they got rid of them.
There's
I remember-
there's
I
one
remember-
kid with the blue stripes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that means you have not been showing up.
Yeah, I remember when Robbie's like, yeah, I just gotta get like another blue stripe. I was like, what's the blue stripe? He's like, what do you mean? I was like, and then you got like, we have such shit with gyms. We got the blue stripes at Watson's, we got normal striping at Revive. But we don't even do it we do it like once a year, you know? And if you miss it, you don't get promoted. And then you got head nod,
No
stripe
stripes.
strokes.
I kind of like that though.
I like when, you guys heard how we gave Jeff stripe?
Yeah. So.
And then Junior's like, we claim Jeff, he's one of ours now. And then
Jeff has been with y'all a lot.
well, he comes a lot on like Fridays and whatnot. And in the podcast, I love when the kid's like, yeah, we're gonna delay him getting his purple belt now because obviously it's purple belt now, but it's not like we're gonna delay him getting his belt because
Someone gave a strike.
someone gave him a strike, so he has to be punished.
That's so.
The humor in the jiu-jitsu gym is hilarious.
I just laugh. Josh corrects.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
My favorite line was during the tag team day. No, this was one of their seminars at our gym. It was him and his dad. And Josh is like, for all of you new people here, that is my dad. I'm not a doctor. I'm sure it's not makes sense. I just died.
Nothing was funnier than a team day when they were all in. Vivas was like, or he like, what did he say? He was like, Josh is not my dad. No, Josh is not my son, or something. You know, it's like he's an Asian dude too. Yeah.
Or then at our gym, when we had Jeff and I was just talking about don't touch us. All the guys on the time were just giving him shit because he just is so orthodox and how he angles himself. Everyone kept making fun of him.
Vivas was telling a story on team day that the night before they were by, they're like, he's like pointing at, he's like, you know, right there. And then there's Jack, and he's like, he needs to be here. If he wasn't there, he would be in trouble. Like, he's like, if he was out on the streets, I could just tell this kid would be dead.
Yep, and Umar won, as we all.
I'm here with Umar Nurmagomedov. Umar, fantastic performance, big win over Corey Sandhagen. Talk to me about what you're feeling right now.
What's humor?
Yeah.
It was tough. Then I accept. This guy really tough. You know, like I am. And I think I deserve to win. I feel like I beat him in every single round. I tried to take him down, but he had good defense. I didn't do it.
He did a very good job of defending takedowns. Take a look at your work here, but it was the striking, Umar, that led you to victory. How confident were you that you had got it done? Especially how comfortable were you when you were in these striking exchanges with Corey Sandhagen?
I have to believe myself.
Yeah, he's out
You know,
there for sure.
So, second round, I begin it too. I can beat him on striking too. And I did it.
Just like glued
You know, you are 17-0. You were number 10 before this fight. He's number 2. You just beat him. We spoke earlier in the weekend. You spoke about the champion, Sean O'Malley. What do you want next? And what is your message to the guys fighting for the belt, Sean O'Malley and Merab Dvalishvili?
Title shot. I don't worry who gonna do this. These two TikTok victims doesn't matter for me. Who gonna be next? Just give me title shot. O'Malley, Merab, or someone else.
Title shot. I don't care.
Now guys, talk. How I beat nobody. Corey number 2. Now you can cry. I coming for you.
Well, that was a fantastic performance. Still undefeated. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Umar.
I'm gonna say thank you for all my coaches. Magomed Gaji, Machay, Coach Javier. Thank you so much, all my sparring partners. Everybody, my coaches, my brothers. Habib, Islam, Usman, Rinat, Muhammad, everyone. And I want to say thank you, Ahmad Jabbar. I want to say thank you, Hamdan, Sheikh Hamdan, for his hospitality. And Daddy, thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Umar.
Well, boys, we got that's gonna be a good fight, man. I can't
I'm here with Corey Sandhagen.
What's gonna be?
Let's see what Corey
Very
has to
tough
say
fight.
here.
Type of performance that you always put
What's
on.
next for him?
Was there anything surprising in the fight tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he's real good. I knew he was.
Yeah, he's real good.
Say about it. Congrats to him, man. He's a very, very, very good fighter. I'll see him again. He's gonna fight for the belt next. He'll probably win, and then I'll catch up to him again.
Absolutely, dude. Every time you step in the
That's
outside,
saying
you're
something.
down.
It's like, yeah,
Give it up.
have fun, guys.
Corey Sandhagen.
That's like when Khabib goes.
He'll fight for the belt next. He'll probably win. Damn.
It's a statement from your eyes. It's like,
UFC
it's like when Khabib's going through and you're like, I chose wrong division. I was born the wrong time.
Yeah.
Still full fucking energy. Look at him.
Yeah, man, look at him.
Well, that's the thing that's challenging with some of these like guys who are like these are elites, and then you get those gifted guys who are just so much better than everyone in the division. Where it's like, man, I'm never gonna be UFC champion as long as this person's fighting. It's like, you know.
Yeah, you got those people that you just kind of have their number, you know, like it's, you know, like Volkanovski, it was Max and Volkanovski, you know, I mean, it's like as long as until Volkanovski kind of got knocked down, it was like that. Now, I mean, now Max is going to be fighting for the belt, but, you know, for the longest time, it was like Volk had Max's number, you know, and it's just like you can beat a lot of people, you can beat everybody up to Volk, but you just couldn't beat Volk, and it's. You know, I mean, they're just, but you know, MMA math doesn't always make sense. You know, it's like just because.
He fights on right now, or is he taking a break?
I would hope he's taking a break. Yeah, because I mean, he's had 2 really bad knockouts in a row. I think he needs to. I mean, what do I know? But I would hope he takes some time off.
I think he's probably gonna wait to see how this.
Yeah, see what happens with Ilya and Max, because that's like the next fight that's lined up. I mean, it would be
Max wants.
Wait,
Max won the title fight. Max wants Volk. Because Max still thinks he can beat Volk.
Yeah, he wants that back.
When's the last time Max has had the belt?
It's been a couple years for sure.
Volk was still the featherweight when he lost to Islam.
Let's see here. I can look that up.
I'd love to see Max get the belt back. Usually, it's very rare that they end up working their way back and getting it again.
Yeah, Max is awesome.
Yeah, Max is like the people's fighter, man.
I love to be about.
He's like just one of those legendary guys where he's winning or losing people like Max, just like Ferguson.
Let's see here. Max first lost to Volk in he's had so many fights. He lost to Volk originally for the first time in where's that here? 2019. Holy shit.
Now read off all the wins he's had since Volk.
Yeah, so dude, he lost to Volk in December of 2019, lost to Volk in July of 20, beat Calvin Kattar, beat Yair, lost to Volk again, beat Arnold Allen, beat Jung Cheng,
Jang Sung, and then he just beat,
That's a crazy zombie.
yeah, the Korean Zombie, that's right.
And then
Man.
he just beat.
And then he just beat Gaethje in April. So, and I think he's set to fight Ilya in September.
Yeah.
I think.
Some good fights lined up.
Yeah, we have some good fights lined up. So, well, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We, hopefully make this kind of a somewhat regular thing. Anytime there's a good fight card that works out, we can, do one of these because I had a lot of fun doing this. I know you guys. Yeah, so this is definitely a different way for us to kind of do the show, but we'll hopefully keep doing it. So thanks to everybody that tuned in. If you haven't hit subscribe yet to the podcast, we'd really appreciate it. Those subscribes help us. So like, subscribe, comment what you guys thought below. If there's anything that we can improve on next time we do a show like this, let us know. Maybe next time we can get Murph here and maybe get some professional camera for at least some of it. So I don't know if the cameras would last this long, but I'm sure we can figure it out. So thank you guys. We will talk to you soon.
Sweet. This is like the turns off. Inward.
Oh.